Warning! The Stone Age Gamer podcast includes a lot of bad language. Cover your motherfucking ears.
Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer podcast. I am Kris Randazzo and joining me tonight is janky-ass secret hedgehog Dan Ryan.
I think I'm offended by that.
And well, you should be. It's an Alphabet Super Series holiday special featuring the Sega Saturn classic Christmas Nights into Dreams. Is there a better version of Jingle Bells in a video game? Fly through some wreaths because the Stone Age Gamer podcast starts now. Hi everyone, this is episode 596. It is the week of December 12th, 2025, and welcome. For anyone new here, this is the official podcast of StoneAgeGamer.com. Dan and I talk every week about what's happening in the world of video games from a retro gamer's perspective, as well as whatever the hell else is going on in our lives. And speaking of which, we missed Thanksgiving last week. We recorded before it, so let's get to business. We all want to know, how did your going out to dinner for Thanksgiving go?
Fucking as awful as you would imagine. It was such a horrendous piece of shit idea.
I'm so sorry, because going out to dinner for Thanksgiving doesn't have to be awful. Boy,
was this, though.
You showed us a picture of the menu, and I wasn't thrilled right off the bat, so...
No. No. So, the place that we went to, we've been there before for holiday meals. We did Easter there one year, which was great. They had an interesting menu. It was nowhere near as limited as it was for Thanksgiving. I think we've done like a Father's Day there or Mother's Day, something like that. It's a nice place. It's called the Telford Inn. It's fine. It is nowhere near as nice as the people that go there like to pretend it is, but it's fine, right? So we show up, and it's the four of us in my family. My immediate, then my mother-in-law, my two aunts, my uncle, and his daughter. My uncle's kind of going through it a lot, right? Like, so, it added on to the overall shit show, that was the dinner. But, the waitstaff, was very obviously not happy about, being there on Thanksgiving. They were very clearly trying to rush every table through their meal as much as they could, because, you got to get your reservations in and whatever. So there was a constant feeling all throughout the meal of, so are you assholes done? Like, you're going to have an appetizer and a main course? You fucking twats. Get out of here. We got more schlubs to get in.
It's Thanksgiving. We should be home with our families.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, but it was very obvious that they were not very happy to be there, which is fine. Neither was I. Like, and admittedly, I went into this with a shit attitude. Because I didn't want to fucking be there at all. But again, all of the reasons why we did it, I totally understood, right? But all throughout the course of the meal, it's a Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody's trying to talk to each other, like you do around the Thanksgiving dinner table, and have conversations and share and enjoying each other's company. And I really like my family. Now that I've cut out the fucking negative parts of it, like, I really like this family that I have, and I enjoy having everybody over to the house and just chatting and bullshitting and whatever. And that's just not the way it works at a restaurant, because there's an entire room full of people, and I was down at the one side of the table talking to my Uncle Harvey and my, his daughter Adrian the entire time. And it was a rather difficult conversation to get through with my Uncle Harvey, because he is an elderly man. He is I believe he is 79 years old now. And he's either 79 or he's turning 79 in this month. Regardless, he's old, right? But for the first time since he has gotten sick recently, he has actually started to show his age. He's had a lot of health problems this year, even going back a little bit into last year. And for the first time, he really seems like a man who is almost 80 years old. Like what you imagine in your mind that kind of thing to be.
Right.
That's where he's starting to get. And there was a very troubling moment for me during dinner because my Uncle Harvey and my Aunt Leslie got married probably 30 years ago at this point. They have been together longer, like I've known them as a couple longer than I've knew my Aunt Leslie as a single person, like if that makes sense, right? So I think I was 14 or 15, somewhere around then when they got married. And my Uncle Harvey lost his first wife to suicide. She was an alcoholic. Their daughter, who is now, my cousin through marriage, whatever, Adrian, she suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome and all the problems that are associated with that. But she is turning 50 this year. So my Uncle Harvey had this like whole life beforehand. He had this daughter, but his wife was an alcoholic the entire time. Eventually ended up taking her own life and all of those things. And the reason that I bring that up in the context of this story is that I'm sitting there talking to my Uncle Harvey, and he asked me legitimately if I had ever met his first wife. He was like, "Did you ever meet Janet?" And I was like, "No, Uncle Harvey." And I left it at that, right? Because the follow-up to that is, you fucking crazy old man, how would I have met your first wife before you met my aunt? Like, how would that? But he didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't know that there was no way for me to have met Janet before he met my Aunt Leslie. And it's an early, he's having early signs of dementia and that sort of thing. So on top of the shit show that was the dinner and trying to like talk to people across a table and shout in a crowded room and all of those things. It's like, oh, so like this is dementia, like that sort of thing. Maybe Alzheimer's, like there's something going on, right? So it was like, oh, there's that right in front of my face. The duck was pretty good, but like for me, my kids and my wife to have, I had a beer. We got an appetizer between the four of us, and the three of them got dessert because I'm still trying to like not eat lots of dessert and all of those things. And I know holiday calories don't count, but like, yeah, they fucking do. The meal after tip was $450. And I was like, it was $450 to have to shout across the table, eat average food, realize how old my uncle is, and then get rushed out of a restaurant by a bunch of sad, angry waiters and waitresses. And it was just like, boy, this was just not great. And literally everybody in the family, as we were walking out, they were like, so, never doing this again, right? And everybody was like, absolutely, this was a fucking disaster. And it just was. I wish that I could sit here and be like, it wasn't so bad. It was okay. The food was great, or none of that. None of that happened. And because we don't lie to our audience, that's where it was. It was fucking wretched. And I hated it.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It was bad. Yeah. And like, I felt bad going into it because I was like, I'm already angry. I don't want to do this. So maybe I'm just being a negative Nancy to start with, and that's not very fair and blah, 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 whatever. No. Everybody was like, nope, terrible idea. Never doing that again. I'm like, all right, sweet.
You won't know till you try, right?
I mean, I knew. I did in fact know. But hey, what are you going to do? It was so bad that we had a mini Thanksgiving do-over on Saturday with just my mother-in-law coming over. The rest of them could not make it. But it was so bad that the decision was then made to spend an additional grip of money to then have a sort of mini Thanksgiving, which was much better, but was just frustrating because it was like, we should have just fucking done this in the first place.
Right.
And I think we've talked about it before. I have a really, really, really hard time enjoying food when it is that much money. Right.
Right. Yeah,
I have a hard time.
That's a lot of dollars.
Yeah, after tip, right? Like, and like I said, I got a beer. I didn't get, and I had a fucking Trogs Mad Elf. I didn't have like some crazy ass beer. Tiff didn't get a drink. We didn't get crazy shit. But like $450 for dinner for 4 people, it better be a really, really fucking good dinner. And it really, really wasn't. It was really average at best. Like, duck is good, but I've had better. I'm very, very happy I did not get the turkey and stuffing plate because that was gross.
Oh,
I
tragic.
tried the the kids got it and they were like pretending that they liked that. Cause what the bad part of it was the gravy. The gravy was horrendous.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was real bad, and everybody hated it. But they were like, "No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay." And I was like, "Stop fucking lying, you assholes! No, it wasn't. It's fucking." But like, in order for me to have gotten $450 worth of value like out of that meal, I would have had to come with a fucking handy, at the very least, right? Like, all right, everybody, in the back, we're gonna take Dad into the kitchen for a minute. That didn't happen. I think the Telford Inn is that kind of place. So anyway, that was my Thanksgiving. How about you? I assume it was much better.
It was much better. No, I had a very good Thanksgiving. It was so I woke up in the morning. The Mystery Science Theater Marathon was on in the bedroom pretty much all day long. So every time I got fed up with being around people or just needed a minute to myself, I could just go upstairs to the bedroom, lay on the bed, and watch a few minutes of MST3K. It would bring me some joy, which was lovely. We watched the parade, which was fun. I always have a good time watching the parade. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, while we're working on some basic stuff for dinner, waiting for Karen's sister and the kids and her mom to show up. And then they did. The kids ran around, had a blast the whole time, and the food was phenomenal. And Karen nailed the turkey and the stuffing. I nailed the mashed potatoes. I think I did a pretty good job with them. They were quite tasty. They were white cheddar and Parmesan was the route that I went, and that came out really, 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 really well. My dinner rolls were also great as usual, not unsurprising. Joanna, Karen's sister, made what can only be referred to as an unconscionable amount of mac and cheese that the kids didn't even really like very much. So there was a lot of that left over. Let's see. The gravy I did nail. Second year in a row. This is my second year of doing the gravy. And I think I did a pretty good job last year. I did a great job this year. It could have been better, but the natives were getting restless. I could have used another 10 minutes of reduction on it. But so they didn't cut the turkey until the end. And so I didn't get access to the drippings until a certain amount of time. So like, and that's what I needed to get the gravy right where it belonged, because there's a great recipe for gravy in the America's Test Kitchen cookbook, but it's like, it doesn't require drippings. It just uses different like chicken broth and beef broth, and beef broth is one of my favorite things to say, by the way. Beef broth. It's just fun to say. Beef broth. Anyway, but I looked at the recipe and said, well, I want meat juices, so I just substituted I think it was 4 cups of each, so I just substituted 2 cups of the chicken broth with the turkey drippings, and good lord, it came out so good. I was so proud, and everybody loved the gravy. And
nice.
That's always a good sign. But I doubled the recipe, so there was plenty of gravy left over, which was great. Plenty of gravy, but there was enough gravy left over, because the first year that I made it, I didn't double the recipe, and there was like the gravy just dis-a-fucking-peared. And this year I was like, no, I'm not making that mistake again. I'm making gravy for days, and we had just enough to get through the leftovers. But it was a genuinely lovely day, except for my sister, who showed up, and the first thing, I was chopping carrots. The first thing she came in she didn't say hi or anything. She just started criticizing my carrot chopping technique. I'm like, hi, Jess, nice to see you too. Like, there's nothing wrong with the way I was chopping carrots either. Like, I wasn't chopping it like Gordon fucking Ramsay, but I was chopping the carrot just fine. Is there anything wrong with it? I'm not like
apparently not.
It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Ugh. But yeah, it was a very nice day. It was a very calming day and relaxing. Got to see the Mario the Mario float and the Goku float, and there's the floats in the parade, and I just like having that on in the background. I like the sounds of it, and then we all crumple up the bread to make the stuffing and whatnot, and that's always fun. And let's see. We watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, as we usually do, except the kids were being really obnoxious the whole time, so it was kind of a wretched experience. Also, my sister's kid, Pyrie, was talking my ear off. Look, I was thrilled because they were happy to be talking to me, but when I tell you that they are into this Roblox game, why can't I remember the name of it? Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. They would
because they said it too many fucking times, and you go, yep, that word has lost all meaning.
Forsaken.
Plan.
The Roblox game. Forsaken. Plan. Word became a sound. Holy cats, the amount of lore that Pyrie knows and has written down, and it was like a solid hour and change, because I'm just doing the dishes. And they were just like going, and I was playing along, and I was just smiling and commenting and intently listening, because like clearly this meant a lot to them. But holy cow, I just wanted to put on Mystery Science Theater and do the dishes, but that did not happen. It was an experience and a half. But wow, they know a lot about that game, that's for sure.
It sounds like talking to Roddy. Dude, I just okay.
Probably.
Holy shit, man.
It's like,
holy shit.
Wow. And it's like awful dark stuff. Like, and then this person killed themselves, and then they went to hell, and now they get to run around and kill people, and it's precious. Yeah. Or, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. No, my God. If I hear the term low key one more time, there's nothing low key about anything that they were saying, but like every fourth words were like, oh, and then this person low key that, and then this person low key just died, and then this person low key like, no. Again, you keep using that word.
Again, this word has now just become a sound.
It's just this sound you throw in between other words. Like no. There's low key means like, it's low key. It's like you're not really a big thing. It's like a small thing. Like we're just doing this under the radar, but it's like. Everything that they said was low key something or other, and just, no, that's not how words work. Stop that. You're smarter than this.
Yeah, talking to young people is fucking awful.
It really is.
And I imagine it was very similar when we were younger. Like we were walking around going, "I need TP for my bunghole." Like we were doing that kind of shit. Are you threatening me? Like just constant.
Yeah.
Or like fucking some South Park bullshit. Like, but God, it's fucking tired. Until I became not just a parent, but like a for real adult parent with like semi-grown children. It was not until then that I finally understood the scene in Star Wars where Yoda just dies.
Just dies.
I can't shut up. Fuck. I'm just gonna die. Leave me alone. Like, just, ugh.
But yes, my Thanksgiving was lovely. And then, the Black Friday sale did not go off without a hitch, but
does it ever?
Does it ever? It seemed to go well enough on the customer's end. Just there was a lot of back end issues during that one. Not enough beef broth.
Not enough beef broth. Is there ever?
Oh boy. But so we have a comment before we get to our feature topic. We do have a comment that I want to get to.
I am excited. I don't even know.
Monster Society on YouTube comments.
Oh,
this is amazing. Again, Monster Society, thank you so much for being one of our YouTube listeners. It's greatly appreciated. And he comments on our stuff fairly regularly, but this one really elevated to this needs to be discussed on the show.
I can't wait.
I really liked your stuff about the Earthworm Jim games and cartoon and stuff, but I also noticed you were talking about Thanksgiving a bit. Based on that, I'd like to share one of my family's Thanksgiving traditions. For the most part, our Thanksgiving traditions are quite standard. Turkey, stuffing, relatives coming to visit, and so on. But every year, my mom makes one peculiar dish. I don't know what to call it other than carrot jello, so that's what I'll be calling it. It's orange jello plus shredded carrot shavings plus pineapple chunks and a savory mayonnaise-based salad sauce my mom whips up with a few other ingredients and puts it on top of the carrot jello. If you're thinking that the carrots add a certain sweetness to the dish the way that they do to carrot cake, you are sadly mistaken. Much like how coconut shavings are just there to ruin the texture of every German chocolate cake, the carrot shavings are just there to do the same. You can always tell when Thanksgiving is coming up because that's the time of year where I start telling people about this. Nobody at the table ever eats the carrot jello except for my mom and my grandmother, who she got the tradition from in the first place.
Out fucking standing.
That sounds so very wretched.
I mean, yeah, it does. I'm not going to lie. I was going to try and pretend that it didn't, but it does.
You almost had me at like the carrot, like, okay, that's weird, but they're both orange, and sure, I can see the little... It might make your jello taste a little earthy, which is not really what you want, but okay. But then they got to the mayonnaise-based salad sauce.
Yeah, that's
a savory mayonnaise-based sauce. No
so
less.
that
what? Oh God,
that's where I have some questions. I would be willing to try it.
Well, I know you'd put anything in your mouth, not me.
Oh, and have.
I have standards, sir.
Oh, boy. And you haven't lived, I'll tell you what. Where's that been? Oh, okay, sure. God. Oh.
Monster Society.
My kids.
Thank you for
my kids
that
tell their
in,
friends.
Monster Society.
My kids tell their friends that their father has a podcast, and they go, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And I go, "Yeah, don't listen to it around your parents, though."
Is it though? Is it pretty cool? You say that now.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
God.
so yeah, that boy, a savory mayonnaise-based sauce, like the thing that's throwing me here.
He's very specifically said salad sauce. What is salad sauce?
Salad
This
sauce.
makes it
Like
sound
that's
so
really
much more terrifying.
Yeah,
because I don't feel like it's a mistake or an affectation.
No,
I feel that he is being very specific. That it is whatever a salad sauce is. It is this.
Yeah,
and it is terrifying.
Well,
and what's with the pineapple chunks? Like that's the other thing that's like, whoa, wait a second. Like, the math is math, and you've got weird orange thing in orange Jell-O. Okay, that math goes. But they're like, no, fuck it, pineapple too. Why not? Well, I can think of several reasons why not. What
I can think I have a whole litany.
I have one reason in particular, and it's and I love me some pineapple chunks.
Yeah. I mean, you are the only motherfucker I have ever met that orders pineapple juice at a restaurant.
Fucking
like
delicious.
not as like, hey, can I get this to put into my alcohol? Of like, nope. Bring me a giant fuck off glass of your finest pineapple juice. Like, all right.
And you always have to ask first, because you can't just assume that they have pineapple juice. And they
no,
always look at you
why
funny.
Would you?
They always look at me funny. Like, I don't know. I think so. And I would like a glass
Do you
of
have pineapple juice? Fucking maybe? Nobody else has ever been fucking you.
It's never come up, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, God. Yeah, salad sauce. It makes me think of salad cream, which is not a thing I'm a fan of. Like, I love a good mayonnaise. I like a good homemade mayonnaise. I like a, regular Hellman's mayonnaise. I like a Duke's mayonnaise. I like a light mayonnaise. Why the fuck not? Mayonnaise is fucking fine. Miracle Whip can get fucked, however.
It's a miracle I haven't vomited yet.
No, I have. Every time I get bleh, it comes right near me, and I fuck right back out. My body is like, what the fuck? We will put up with some shit, sir. This is a bridge too far. Like, yeah, no, I get it. It's fucking nasty. Oh my God, I can't stand it. But a salad-based sauce. Like, do you dip in? Like, do you cut like a piece and dip? Like, do you use your hands like fucking buffalo wings? Like, what do you do?
So he said a savory mayonnaise-based salad sauce my mom whips up with a few other ingredients and puts on top of the carrot Jell-O.
Yeah, like what are the other ingredients?
I want to know what shape this is in too. Like, is this in a casserole dish? Is it in like a Jell-O mold, like a bundt pan kind of a thing? This is fascinating
I would have to
to
imagine.
Me.
It's just the weirdest fucking thing.
This is beautiful.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, no, I love everything about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm super happy to know about it now.
Word.
But, boy.
Well, it's time to move on. It's time to move on.
I don't know how we do from there, but okay. We'll give it a shot.
It's our special Christmas-themed, our holiday special episode. Oh, goodness gracious. Special episode special episode of the Alphabet Super Series, which has nothing to do with the alphabet. You just wanted us to play Christmas Nights into Dreams, and I said okay, because I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I figured. And really, truth be told, guys, like, if we're going to go a little bit inside baseball here, we needed it to make the math work for next year. Because we've already planned out, like, the first couple of months. And I was like, fuck, we need space here. So, a Christmas game, why not?
I can think of no reason. So, Christmas Nights is an interesting cat. It is an interesting animal. Meow.
Meow.
Christmas Nights into Dreams is a single-leveled... it's a demo for Nights into Dreams, basically.
Right.
And it was given out for free in... according to Sega Retro, I'll just read straight from here. In North America, the game was distributed with the January 1997 editions of Ultra Game Players and Next Generation magazines, with a combined circulation of roughly 100,000 from 15,000 retail outlets, as well as being made available for free rental at Blockbuster video locations in America. Later, the game was given away with the purchase of select Saturn games, such as Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition. These versions were distributed in a cardboard slipcase to cut costs, much like many early Saturn bundles. So yeah, it is basically the first level the first level of Claris and Elliot's stages from Nights into Dreams, except they're all Christmas themed. So instead of flying through orange ball rings, you fly through Christmas wreaths, and the music is this delightful rendition of Jingle Bells. Knights is kind of dressed up in a Christmassy red outfit. There's a bunch of other little tiny secrets and stuff in there that you can get, including you can unlock Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's fucking terrible.
It's fucking wild.
Because you know what you can't do as Sonic the Hedgehog is fly. So you're just running around this super hilly ground that's very ill suited to running around on. It's phenomenal.
It is certainly a choice that was made.
Yeah, I think it's a fun unlockable. It's similar to like the Faust mode in Dadish, where you can now you can play as Faust and he controls just like he does in Super Faust, which doesn't work at all, but it's really fun for 5 seconds to be like, this is hilarious.
Well, and what's kind of awesome about this is that this wasn't done for maximizing profits.
Yeah, this is just a cool little bonus thing. What is just such
fun.
A Sega thing to do? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just weird and it's a little left of center. It has so much of that, Knights obviously has that Sega personality kind of baked right into it, but this has got just kind of that weird Sega-ness to it that is just wonderful. You know, I love the fact that this is a thing that just exists, that wasn't sold. It wasn't like a big, we're making the Christmas Knights and it's the DLC add-on and you give us another $20, you fucking rubes. No, it was just, here's the thing. It's cool. You're welcome. Bye. You know, that's great.
I couldn't
It's the
agree
spirit
more.
of Christmas.
Yeah, the spirit of Christmas. Now, speaking of the spirit of Christmas, the way I got this was actually pretty lovely. I had always wanted this because I was a big Knights fan, but I didn't have a Saturn until I got my job at Funko Land. And I always wanted a copy of Christmas Knights for myself, and I just never got around to it. And one year, my friend Mauricio, I guess this is probably about 10 years ago, maybe at this point. Could be longer. I don't know. Time has no meaning. But my friend Mauricio bought me a copy of it. He heard me saying that I didn't have one and I always wanted one. And so he bought me one. And it made me so very happy. It was such a nice thing to do. And I play it every year now. I don't always play the Saturn version. Well, my Saturn version does have a custom box. Oh, man. Actually, give me 2 seconds. I want to go grab it because I want to make sure I get the name. It's right behind me. My headphones don't reach. Hold on. I'm coming.
Wow. Just by going to get the box already? That didn't take very long.
So this thing is utterly gorgeous. It's a full size, somebody made this custom box for it that I got off of a Facebook group, Sega Saturn Shiro Customs, and it is I just took a different case, and the original sleeve fits inside of it, but it's got a full printed manual, which is awesome.
Very nice.
And it looks super high quality. It's got the manual actually just has the story from the game, written like a storybook in it. It's
oh, that's cool.
It's beautiful. It's just this wonderful, wonderful thing that I spent, it cost money. It wasn't super cheap, but I didn't care at the time. I just needed to have it. Right. And it's just this beautiful thing that sits on my shelf. And every time I want to play Christmas Nights every year, I either pull this down or I'll boot up my PS3 because there's a remake. I don't know if remake's the right word. It's really more of a remaster of Nights that's on the PlayStation Store. I think it's still available. It's a really, really nice, cleaned up version of the game. It plays exactly the same as the Saturn one. And the music's all exactly the same. It's just the visuals are cleaned up. It's really, really nice. I highly recommend playing it that way if you've never played Nights before, which is a very weird game that I don't think I've ever truly understood. What do you actually make of this? Because I'm curious what your even history with Nights is, and how did you get along with playing this?
So I the actual Nights game. I think I've played once or twice over the years, on a physical console, and then every now and again it'd be like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Let me fire up the Shmemulator and check this out. And yep, I still don't fucking understand this at all. But I do enjoy it whenever I mess around with knights. I've never actually like sat down to be like, I am going to put time into this game and really understand the nuances. Like, no, I'm just going, this is weird and fun for like 20 minutes. Fuck yeah. And I feel very similarly to Christmas Nights of, this is fucking weird and fun for like a half hour, 45 minutes. And it's lovely. And the redesign of Nights is, or the recostuming, I guess, redesign is maybe a bit too strong, of Nights in this is lovely. And for as much as it is a Dreamcast game and has kind of that jank and jaggedness or Saturn, that's what I meant, obviously, just seeing if you're paying attention. As much as it's got kind of like that jaggedness and whatnot, it's still a very lovely game. And I just really love the Christmassy aspect of this. And really every time I've played just any amount of this, it makes me wonder why there aren't more things like this. Like just a level or two, it doesn't need to be a huge thing, but like, how has this never existed? Like a specific Christmas Mario world with like a fun, like Bowser stole toys from the Toadlings or some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like just something fun, silly.
We used to do Christmas Lemmings every year for a couple of years there. It was great. I love Christmas Lemmings. I play that every year too.
Yeah, I just don't like lemons, so I'm not going to play that one. Which, I mean, that is a very fair argument that you make, but like, it just...
Well, it's not an argument. I'm agreeing with you. That why doesn't this happen more often? Like, they did this. Lemmings did it. I don't really know of a whole lot more.
That's really about it.
Crazy.
Like, how is there not a Spyro the Dragon? You got like there's so many of these like 3D platformy type games that really lend themselves to this sort of quick, like short form mission based kind of content. And it's just really surprising it's not there.
Yeah, I guess it's just who wants to put in the effort. I guess that's really what it comes down to.
Well, Sega did at one point.
They sure did, and I'm glad they did,
which was
because they did a good job.
Really nice of them.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's come so. I think my understanding of it is it's really just kind of an arcade thing. Like it's really just a score attack. Just how quickly can you do these things, and that's kind of fun. I don't think I've ever beaten the Saturn game because I'm not good enough at it. I've tried a handful of times, and eventually I just I can't do this in enough time. I just don't have the levels memorized or whatever. I'm just not good enough to get through them the way that you need to get through them in order to, accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. I don't know. I don't get it. I love it. The feeling of flight is just so fun. It's really just 2D, right? It looks 3D, but it's not. You're really just moving in a straight line left to right, and you're doing these fun little stunts. I did, however, beat the sequel, the Knight's Journey of Dreams for Wii, which was a very mixed bag. It was an attempt, and the things, the things that worked, they really worked. Like the first stage is great. It feels very Knights, but they tried to do a handful of other things that just didn't quite work. And the story is really weird, and some of the character designs are really not great. It was one of those things, like, I always wondered, like, why has there never been a sequel to Knights? Why haven't they made more Knights? And it's like, oh, right, because...
That's why.
That's why. Because when they do this, and it's weird. And it's kind of tragic because it doesn't have to be. Like, it's so close to being really, really good. It just needs... Well, it needs more polish than Sonic Team has in them. You know what I mean? I was
going to say, like, if that isn't the story of Sega... I don't know what is, man. Like, that is the fucking quote on the tombstone. Really close to being really good.
Yeah, like many things, it's like, boy, if this had the right team behind it with enough money to polish it, because that's the one of the realest problems in this is the polish. Like in Knight's Journey of Dreams on Wii, like you could tell that there were ideas there, and then you've got like the alternate version of Knights, which is Rayala, which is just one of the worst character designs, because it's like you almost got it Knights, but then it's Knights with these weird black lips, and it's like, oh no, that's not cool looking. It's not even creepy looking in a cool, creepy way. It's just wrong.
No, it's just bad.
Yeah. And this owl is talking to you the whole time, and it's very strange. And they did a lot of things where like you would have to do these stages where you're not playing as knights, you're playing as the kids, and those controlled super janky. But then there was this other cool stuff where they gave knights all these neat transformations, like you'd be like rolling through a stage, and then you'd hit this certain spot and you'd turn into a roller coaster, and then you're on rails and you're like trying to like dodge things as the roller coaster cart with these stretchy legs and stuff. There was a lot of really great creative ideas in there, but it just didn't quite come together. And that's really the story of Knights for me. It's this wonderful idea. There are very few games like it. It's almost more of a racing game than anything else. Like, it's just kind of like this time attack thing. And boy, the stages
it's like you said, it's a very arcadey kind of thing.
And like, I think that's kind of what turned people, at least when it came out, I think that's what turned people off on it a lot, because the Saturn fans and Sega fans were really looking for Saturn to have that Mario 64 equivalent, you know? Because PlayStation had Crash Bandicoot, and then like, what does the Saturn have? Where's the Sega game? Where's the Sonic game? Oh, this is the next game from the Sonic team, and there's a 3D controller. This is going to be amazing. And then it's Knights, and it's like, well, this is cute.
This is something.
This is not Super Mario 64. This isn't the big platforming adventure game. This is a weird time attack flighty thing, which it looks really cool, but it's a very niche game. Like, there's no question why this didn't catch on bigger than it did.
No, this is like a fucking $20 downloadable title that's really fucking cool. You know? Like, it's really fucking cool, but this isn't like a system seller.
No.
By any stretch. You know?
What's interesting about it is that I feel like it really could be. I feel like there's a lot of potential in this, not even just the gameplay, but the some of the character designs and the ideas behind it. Like, the idea behind this, like, jester character that helps kids have good dreams and just fly, just the freedom of flight that you like. You're a kid and you do some basic platforming, but then you get to turn into knights and you just fly around and fly through rings and do stunts, and the combat system of like you fly a circle around something and then it creates a vortex and that's what beats the enemies. Like, there's a lot of potential.
There's a lot
here.
of really interesting stuff there.
Yeah, there's potential here to make this into a big sprawling adventure, which is what Journey of Dreams attempted to do. But again, I don't think it was in the right hands. It would be very interesting to see Knights have another attempt at being a modern revival kind of a thing with the right team behind it that could really just kind of elevate it to its potential. I would love to see that. But back to Christmas Knights, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you've never played it before, give it a shot, because it's exactly as short as it needs to be.
Yeah, it does not overstay its welcome. It is perfect for what it is. 10 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding.
Agree more.
Let's get on to the ranking then. So
this is genuinely going into the rankings? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, do you want to? I mean, I did. We don't have to.
Okay. No, yeah, I didn't rank it, but let's do it. Sure. Why not? Let me whip up the old spreadsheet.
Yeah, pull it out. Show it to me. Take it out and show it to me.
Sorry, where am I putting this in the rankings? Jesus. All right, well, let's see. Graphics.
So I have a 3.5 on graphics. I think it's a little bit better than average. I like it. I think it looks good. I like the backgrounds. I like the weirdness of the designs. I like the Christmassy aspect of it. I enjoy it.
I'm going to give the graphics a 4 out of 5. I think they're very good. I mean, they are very this era, so there's a lot of chunkiness. There's a lot of futs, but I think it's a very visually appealing game. I think it makes a very good impression. I think the backgrounds are glorious, and while they should be, this is effectively a 2D game, so you can do a lot more with polygons when you don't have a full 3D camera to worry about. But I think it's a very good looking game. I'll give it a 4.
For sound, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3. It's a lovely, lovely rendition, but it gets old.
Hard disagree. Sound gets a 5 out of 5 for me. I adore the music in this. The menu music is stunning.
It's good.
I love the sound effects, all the sound designs of the enemies and the wind and the water. Oh my god, I couldn't love the sound in this game more. I just couldn't. It's marvelous.
You're right. It's a 4. I'm not going to 5, but I'll do 4.
Now, did you play? Did you play both Claris and Elliot's stages?
No, just Claris. Just Claris, because I've been and I'll talk about it a little bit more in depth when we go into the checkpoint, but I've just been such a gigantic fucking rage monster this week.
Okay, fair enough.
That I just didn't have time for it, and I know we give ourselves a month, but like, let's be honest, none of us really do this until the day or two before. So
yeah, I mean, it really depends on the game too. Like at Christmas nights, I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't even played it yet. You know why?
No, you don't need to.
I don't need to. I know this game this well. Like there is not an ounce of this that I need reminding of. I mean, I ran out of time today, and I was like, well, it doesn't really matter. I am going to play it, but I play it every year, multiple times. I love this thing. So
yeah.
Control.
So what did you control at 3.5?
Yeah, I think that's fair because
it could be a little tighter or more intuitive.
Intuitive, I think, is right where you're at, because I think when you're playing as knights, I don't think there's a single thing wrong with the controls, except maybe they could be a bit more intuitive, but they really do make sense once you're into them for a little bit. The trouble is that that's not the entire game. If you have to control Claris or Elliot, the controls are wretched.
They're not,
I think
not fun.
No matter how good the Knights controls are, there's small portions where you have to play as those kids to get somewhere, especially if you run out of time and you turn back into a kid, then you got to find...
Right.
Or God forbid you unlock Sonic.
You're Sonic.
It's just terrible. So yeah, I'm going to go 3.5 on controls on that.
Yeah. I think the shittiness of controlling the kid versus the joy of controlling knights kind of balances out right there, right to like that 3.5 kind of score.
Because I would probably have given it a 4.5 of just controlling knights, but you've got to knock off at least a full point for how bad it is to control the kids. It's just not good.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of where my overall fun factor ends up at a 4 is that's because exactly it's not just knights. You know?
And also, like, when you get to the boss that you have to fight.
Right.
It's not really fun. I understood the point of it. I thought it was a neat idea, but like a lot of things in Knights, I think the idea is better than the actual execution. And the boss fights in the one in Christmas Nights is like this big old fish, and you just gotta like fly underneath his jaw and then push him. And you just do that a bunch of times. And it just feels like it takes forever. It just feels like it goes on. And it's not very fun. It's kind of neat looking, but it's also not super Christmassy themed either. It's just like, well, this is just kind of here.
It's not like there was more that could be done with it.
Yeah.
But again, this was just a free, fun thing that they did. So like, I can't really come down too hard on them.
Right.
You know?
It is kind of hard to rip it too much for that. But it's also what was it? It's just the boss from the first stage in Knights. Like they didn't gussy up the boss stage at all. Then, well, why'd you include it? Like, come on, you're so close.
You didn't even need to. Again, you're so close, Sega. You just missed the mark. But
Very good stuff,
all added together, that gives me a solid 17 and puts it up pretty fucking high on my list.
Yeah, let's see here. Let me sort column. Christmas nights. 16.5 for me.
16.5?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not nothing.
4. Yeah, that's tied for... My first was Still UN Squadron, then Beautiful Joe, then tied for third was Life Force and Toei Hank. So it's tied for fourth with Demon's Crush.
I don't know why that's so fucking funny to me.
I don't either,
but
and it'll never leave my head. Toei Hank, Tom Brader, Tech New, it's just never going to stop. It will always be funny to me.
That's really good.
Tech New.
So, I think, overall, this has been a very successful fucking
Super
first
Series?
run through of the Alphabet Super Series.
I would agree. I would agree thoroughly.
Did we get any sort of reviews from anybody else?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember if I even put this in the dang Discord.
I think we did.
I think therefore I am. Let's see. Go to threads. Go to Super Series. Okay, let's see. Chronodin said, so because this month's game is a Saturn game, it would only make sense for some awesome retro game store to offer a nice big sale on Saturn ODE kits. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Podcast tie-in said Scion Storm, and then Ginger Scorch said maybe I could find the time to load this up, and that was all we got. We did have some Saturn stuff on sale for Black Friday. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I
mean, I tried, guys. I really tried, but they, I can only do so much of the heavy lifting with these assholes. It just is what it is.
We try and fail. It's what we do.
That's what we do. But you know what, Chris? We get up and we don't try again. We go, well, sorry.
Oh, maybe you don't, but I get knocked down and I get up again. Because you're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down.
Do you, in fact, take a whiskey drink and a vodka drink?
I drink a lot of drink. I drink a cider drink. Sorry, lager drink.
A cider drink.
I sing the songs that remind me of the good times. Sing the songs that remind me of the better times. I love that album, by the way. I bought that fucking CD. I mean, I don't know if I still
hate
do.
that album.
Oh, man. I played that album all the time when it came out. It's so dumb. Oh, boy. Anyway, well, that's going to wrap things up for the Alphabet Super Series.
That's right.
When are we coming back? I forget what we talked about. When's the Super Series starting over again? Were we taking January off or something?
We're taking January off. Yes,
right.
I believe. Now I'm looking. So yes,
Caveman's
now
previews. Yep, and then your new segment that you wanted to cook up, and we're good.
Yeah,
meth. You were going to cook up. Yeah,
some meth. So we will.
February 13th, Valentine's Day adjacent, will be the new run of the Alphabet Super Series.
That's right. So we will give you the game in January.
We will.
Mostly because I haven't picked it yet.
I'll just tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Are you going first this time? I forget.
Oh, yeah. You went first last time.
I picked A last time. I picked Alicia Dragoon. I remember now. Yep. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, then we get to pick the opposite letters. How very exciting. With that, we're going to take ourselves a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to beat you over the head with a big fat sack of week-old news. Listen to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from Geekade.com. Stick around.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andy. Neither of us are David Crane, but we are the hosts of David Crane's Amazing Movie Time.
That's our monthly Geekade Patreon exclusive podcast that covers movies that are cult classics, weird, or just sometimes laughably bad.
We ourselves have at least two of those qualities, so I guess it makes sense to hear what we think of those movies in retrospect.
You can hear all that and more by becoming a Geekade Patreon supporter.
And, as always, be kind, rewind.
When you hear the words cross-stitch, You probably think of a grandma lovingly making a Christmas stocking, a picture of a lighthouse, or maybe a Bible verse with flowers. But that's not what we do at Shoot the Moon Stitches. We take the old-fashioned art of cross-stitch and pair it with contemporary themes and imagery to create striking works of art that make the perfect gift for anyone who grew up with the internet and has a wicked sense of humor and an appreciation for pop culture. From cult favorite TV shows and movies, to retro video games, to TikTok trends. If it's made you smile, chances are we've stitched it. You can shop our selection of art and gifts by going to Etsy.com and searching Shoot the Moon Stitches. For all your fun, feminist, fandom fiber art needs, visit Shoot the Moon Stitches.
All right, everybody, we are back. But before we get to the week-old news, I just wanted to say, I'm sure they probably played one of our many commercials for it, but I want to say just one more time here, making a quick plea to everybody. The Patreon money is running thin, and the website costs are not. I know this is a rough time in the world to ask anybody for money, but if you've ever been considering donating to the Patreon, even if it's just $1 a month, a little goes a long way. We're really trying to keep things up and running here without dipping too much into our own pockets. Because right now that's where we're at. The Patreon doesn't quite cover our costs. So Evan and Evan and company throw money from their own pockets into this just to keep Geekade up and running. So yeah, if you've ever considered it, like, I don't know if it's really worth the $1 a month for these jackasses, we'd appreciate
it. Indeed is.
We'd appreciate it if you could throw a little bit our way. If we can get enough to keep it running, that would be super swell. I don't know. I think I had mentioned this to our current patrons, but I'll mention it here. Like, for the money, you will also soon be getting fewer podcasts. I'm taking two of the shows are going.
You are a fucking hell of a salesman.
I am a hell of a salesman. Yeah, no, Waveback and Turning Tracks are taking an indefinite hiatus starting in January. I'm hoping it's not going to be any longer than. I'd like to be back no later than June, but I don't want to guarantee anything. There's just I got a world of interesting stuff. My life's going to be very interesting starting in January. I don't really know what's going to happen, so we're just going to... I need this extra time, so cutting out 2 of the monthly podcasts for at least a little while is going to help me out. But yes, if you enjoy this show, if you enjoy me and Dan's rantings and ravings, $1 a month would be just... It would really just
for
mean
just
the world
$1 a day. You too can feed a struggling geek.
Fund one of the many, many podcasts out there in the ether. That's it. Right. That's all the begging I'm going to do. It is Christmas time, so figured, if there's ever
Chris will send you nudes.
Time. Yeah.
He's been fucking working out, guys. You want to see that dick. I know you do.
You really don't.
It's like a fucking Pepsi can.
It's more like a Tic Tac. I'll Photoshop your dick on my body. It'll be great. Got plenty of pics to choose from.
That's right, baby. I certainly.
And if that doesn't make you want to donate money to us, I don't know.
Again, feet pics, dick pics. What are you looking for, guys? We're fucking open. And by we, I mean me.
Oh, we're open.
Depending on the $1 amount.
Oh, fuck's sake. With that, it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment. Strap yourselves in for Week Old News. Welcome to Week Old News, where we talk about all the news that was new a week ago. Who wants to go first? You want to go first? I think you should go first.
Yeah,
pick
all right.
Whatever the hell you want to. Pick your nose, pick your friend's nose, because you can do that here. It's America, goddammit.
You can. That's right, it's America. That's how Dad did it.
That's how America does it.
That's right. I'm just going to start right up here at the top, Chris, and I'm going to say that Nintendo Life reports, because this is super interesting to me, because they don't do it very often. Nintendo is going to acquire a Bandai Namco studio, and it's Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. What the fuck are they renaming it?
The Nintendo Studios Singapore, I think.
Nintendo Studios Singapore.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was, but I wanted to just to double check. So they are acquiring a majority stake in Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. They reached an agreement with Bandai Namco earlier this week, but the sale won't go through until next year. This studio has worked on things like Tekken, Ace Combat, Soul Calibur, Taiko no Tatsujin. They've done a whole bunch of different shit. This is kind of a big deal. Nintendo doesn't do this. I wonder what they have planned for them.
Well, I mean, I think this actually just makes a ton of sense, because this is, if I believe I understand correctly, this is a studio that Nintendo has been working with and contracting from Bandai Namco for decades now.
Oh,
these guys helped them out in Smash and Mario Kart and various other projects. Like, this is one of those acquisitions that just makes sense. It's not one of those mergers where they're going to lay off a bunch of people. It's like Nintendo is like, well, we use this studio more than you guys do. We should probably just, bring them in-house. And Bandai Namco is like, yes, that does make business sense. Pay us money and you can have the studio. Everybody wins. And nobody's getting laid off, and it's not some sort of like giant multi-trillion-dollar money grab. It's just like,
we're going to talk about one of those.
Oh yeah, we are. It was just one of those things that was like, oh wow, an acquisition. Oh wait, this actually makes sense and is not bad for anybody and doesn't consolidate power in any weird, troublesome ways or anything. This is just a smart business decision. It's kind of refreshingly boring, actually.
It is refreshingly boring.
I really liked this. I like this, because again, they, like you said, they don't do this very often.
Right. That's why I was wondering if they had, like, I know they've worked with them, but do they have like a specific thing of like, all right, we want these guys in-house because of X, right?
Right. I mean, maybe. Who knows? They who knows what they could be working on next. It could be that Kid Icarus Uprising remake that we've been hearing about for ages.
Could be. I'm going to go with Splatoon 4. I think that's why they were brought in.
Yeah, that would make a decent amount of sense.
That's my guess. I believe that we will get Splatoon 4, an announcement of it sometime next year as like a big push.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
We're about due, so makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Rock Paper Shotgun reports Recreation Studio put entire staff on notice of redundancy but still believe in their latest Burnout revival. Quote, my hope is that by showing this work publicly, someone out there might also see that potential. This story was not in our feed earlier today, so I have not read this yet. I don't know what any of this... I've never heard of Recreation before. Interesting. So this is like a Burnout recreation kind of thing, a spiritual successor, I guess.
Yeah, it's Burnout adjacent. It's got some crash mode stuff. Like it's just one of those things where here's a company that was like, we're doing this thing. It's going to be awesome. We've taken this to the next level. We've got Sky Roads, which is like one of the cool things in that, or one of the cool looking things in Recreation. The person who was in charge of this, the company making it was Three Fields Entertainment. The person in charge of it used to work with Criterion, Fiona Sperry. And
I see what happened here. THQ Nordic was...
Yep. That's where I was going.
Now they don't have any funding anymore. Okay, so this isn't one of those... This isn't one of those, like, there was a merger, now everyone's dying. It's the publisher backed out, so now they're in trouble. Oh, that's tragic. That's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking weird. Fucking lame. Like, this shit hurts everybody, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta wonder why.
You do have to wonder why. Something that I don't have to wonder why, though, Chris, and something that would have made my fucking shopping list, my wish list, or gift guide, whatever the fuck we call it. Time Extension reports that now you, yes, you, the listener, can smell as good as Snake with these official Metal Gear Solid Delta toiletries. If you take a moment and head on over to numbskull.com, NUMSKULL, you can get Metal Gear Solid Soap on a Rope, which is actually my favorite thing in here because it is a Fox dog tag, and that the soap is the dog tag and the rope is the chain. Get it? That's fucking great. That's $10. It looks awesome. I really want it. I don't care what it smells like, or I would never use it. I would just fucking look at it. They also have a shampoo set, shampoo and shower gel for $30. And then there's a body lotion set that's got, well, it's got a body lotion, a face cream, a hand cream. Two body lotions, a face cream, and a hand cream. And that's only $25. And
wow.
One of the cool things about this, Chris, one of the things that lets you know that this is a high quality fucking product is that it doesn't tell you what it smells like. You're just gonna have to guess.
Ass.
That's it. Very well might.
It's just unwashed swamp ass.
I mean, like, here, let me read you the description for the soap on a rope. Again, an awesome looking product. A fucking fox dog tag with a chain. It's fucking brilliant. Gear up for stealthy self-care with the Metal Gear Solid gift set. The ultimate mission kit for staying fresh, clean, and, most importantly, Chris, combat ready. Metal Gear Solid Soap on a Rope. Stay squeaky clean while keeping a firm grip. No slipping into enemy hands. What are you gripping? You know. This Metal Gear Solid Soap on a Rope is as practical as it is tactical, making it the ultimate bathroom ally for fans of stealth, strategy, and solid hygiene. Doesn't say what it smells like.
Hygiene. Metal Gear Solid hygiene.
It's as practical as it is tactical? Come the fuck on. Yes, you can have 10 of my dollars. Outstanding. Yes. I love it.
Well, this story just reminded me of another story, so I just went ahead and posted that in there for me to read next.
Oh.
Nintendo Life reports Nintendo reveals new line of Metroid merch and we want it all. Quote,
oh shit, I haven't seen this.
Cooler than Phendrana Drifts. Oh, baby. It's unfortunately not available in North America. I'm going to say yet. It is available on the Japanese My Nintendo Store, and it has showed up on the UK My Nintendo Store. It has not, at least as of this morning, shown up on the North American My Nintendo Store. But let me tell you, yo buck, there is some stuff here, and I want all of it. There is a plush Metroid Samus arm cannon. It's a cushion pillow, so it's a giant arm cannon you put on your arm, and then you can like cuddle with. Which is amazing.
Similar to the Mega Man one that came out.
Yeah, similar to the Mega Man one.
Yeah.
There's a morph ball pouch. It's like it's got a little like hook on it, and it's a zip open pouch that's shaped like a morph ball. There's a baby Metroid keychain that I want desperately because it's the cute little baby Metroid from Samus Returns, and it's so freaking cute.
Yeah, I love this.
Metroid silicone tray, so you can make Metroid-shaped ice cubes, which I want desperately. I also want to make, like, gummy candies out of that, because that sounds amazing. Holy crap, I want that now.
Yeah.
There are Metroid glasses set, an orange one and a blue one. They look gorgeous.
To put your Metroid ice cubes in?
Yes, indeed.
While you drink whiskey like a woman?
Do women drink whiskey? Is that?
They do with ice.
Oh.
Sorry. This is a callback to a Discord chat.
You feel very strongly about this. There is something called a Metroid gadget case. The pictures show it holding what looks to be an Apple, an Apple laptop charger, a USB hub, a mouse. Like, this is just... okay, sure, why not? It's just a Nintendo Metroid-themed pouch with a bunch of Apple nonsense being held in it. Sure, why not?
I love Apple stuff.
Yeah, I love Metroid stuff. There is a really cool-looking water bottle, a stainless steel bottle that, this thing looks cool as heck. It's
I'm
basically
a big fan
like
of that.
Shiny orange and red, like the Various suit. Oh, I want it. I want it bad. Then we've got a T-shirt that's just got the Famicom Disk System thingy on it, and then I think these other ones are not new ones. There's a Metroid pin, the Dread logo. There's a really cool looking Metroid Dread T-shirt and a bag, and then the artwork, the art book kind of thing. So
yeah, it looks awesome.
I want it all. I want all of it. I really want the baby Metroid keychain and the Metroid silicone tray more than anything else. I really hope this shows up in the North American Nintendo store, and I'm genuinely shocked it hasn't, because this is the place in the world that this is the most popular.
Yeah.
Like,
you would think.
Metroid is, without a doubt, more popular in North America than anywhere else in the world. Why is this stuff not available on our store? I don't understand. But it's really cool, and I really want it, and I have lots of Metroid thoughts. I saw the amiibo at the store, and I wanted to buy them, but they're so expensive.
Yeah.
I cannot justify $30 for an amiibo. I can't do it. Not even a Metroid amiibo.
It's a lot of bucks for not a lot of thing.
Yeah.
Like, what I just showed off in our collectibles thread in the Discord of the Were Dragon and Rue, these little Jack-specific Sega figures, are super articulated and really nice sculpts, and they're bigger than Amiibo, and they're $7. And NFC chips are not another $23.
No.
So
the Samus on Viola is stunning. The paint jobs on these are holy crap. It was like, I really wish I was somebody else right now. But unfortunately, I'm not. And that was just kind of where we landed on that. But anyway, your turn.
Yeah, this is all really cool. I am genuinely very cautiously optimistic about this. Our friends over at Engadget, big fans of the show. Sarah Fielding, one of their contributing reporters, huge fan of the show. She reports that Amazon's God of War adaptation gets a 2-season order. So this has been kind of going on for a little while now, where it's like there's a God of War show happening. We're pretty sure it's happening. No, it's definitely happening. Maybe it's not happening. Now we really seem to be, full steam ahead here. It is in pre-production currently in Vancouver. It has been bumped up to a full 2-season order before they've even shot the first episode. The first 2 episodes of the show are now going to be directed by Frederick Toy, who has directed episodes of Fallout, The Boys, and Westworld. Also Shogun. He won an Emmy for that show just last year in 2024. They have their showrunner is on board. Like, this is based on the 2018 God of War, so Kratos and Atreus. And it just makes a ton of sense. That game in particular really lends itself very well to the idea of a TV adaptation. And obviously it's going to live or die with who they get to play Kratos. But man, I'm really excited about this and really hope that we get a legitimately like a Game of Thrones level production here. Which, considering it's Amazon...
Chris Pratt.
What's that? Did you say Chris Pratt? Shut the fuck up.
For sure.
Why don't you put that evil out into the world? What's wrong with you? I would rather it be fucking Chris Rock.
No, it's gonna be Christopher Walken.
Oh God, that would be amazing. How dare you suggest that as a joke?
At that age and everything, just
wow.
No,
current Christopher Walken.
Yep, current Christopher Walken. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the possibility of this. I never watched their Lord of the Rings show on Amazon, but I heard that they spent a lot of money on it. So that makes me hope that they spend a lot of money on this too, and it's good.
Well, speaking of spending money, Bloody Disgusting reports Helldivers film adaptation to be directed by Justin Lin from a script by It writer Gary Dauberman. I don't know anything about Helldivers except that it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really popular, so yeah, let's make a movie.
I feel like Justin Lin, the Fast and the Furious guy, I feel like he's the right kind of energy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
For Helldivers.
Because Helldivers is like super tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this. Yeah. Sure,
I can think of a whole bunch of franchises that I would rather see get a movie before Helldivers. But, like we were talking about last week, like I really hope we're at this kind of inflection point as far as like video game properties becoming successful franchises is concerned. And I think Helldivers with the like you said, the popularity of it and the team that's attached to it, like it just makes a lot of sense. I hope it's good. Speaking of things that I hope are good, Chris, Push Square reports that at least 2 more Sonic movies are speeding our way by 2028. So, Roddy loved the first 2 Sonic movies. I enjoyed the first 2 Sonic movies. We have still not watched Sonic 3 because there was just some weirdness around it. Of that movie came out when I got cancer, and I didn't get to take him to the theater to see it, and there's just like some kind of weird feelings around that, and it's just something that we haven't revisited yet because I think that pulls up like some weird feelings for him. But we know for sure that Sonic 4 is coming. It's supposed to be out in 2027. This news, though, says that an additional film will be coming out by 2028. What the hell that's going to be, I have no idea. I can't even think of what, like maybe a Shadow movie? Because they did the Knuckles TV show, which was pretty good. I don't know what this is going to be even a little bit. It's Paramount has said that it is a Sonic Universe event film scheduled for December of 2028. Silver, maybe. I think Shadow, because it's Keanu Reeves. Like,
oh yeah, let's do a Shadow the Hedgehog movie, but like just adapt the game, give him a gun. Let's do that.
Love it. Love it.
I don't know, man. I like the Sonic movies enough.
They're not high art, but they're good. They were enjoyable. Far more than I thought they were going to be.
They're enjoyable. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Speaking of things I don't care about, Engadget reports Netflix's Assassin's Creed TV show could kick off in ancient Rome. Whoopity-doo!
So the reason that I put this in here is because today I learned that there's going to be an Assassin's Creed TV show.
Sure. I thought Assassin's Creed was pretty interesting in the beginning when it was like there was that weird sci-fi angle to it where it was like a dude and like having his genealogy looked through by some weird machines. And as far as I know, that's like done now. Now it's just like the games that take place wherever they take place.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Ubisoft was just like we're never going to stop. We'll keep making these until you stop buying them every year, regardless of quality. Just crank them out, crank them out, crank them out. They annualized this shit, and it just really made it feel not very special to me. I was genuinely interested in trying the Assassin's Creed games back in the day. They were given very, like, this is the next step of, like, the Prince of Persia kind of game vibe, and I just never got around to it.
And boy, was it not that.
Yeah.
Not in my estimation, anyway, but... So, was there was not an Assassin's Creed movie, right? There was a Prince of Persia movie with the very Persian Jake Gyllenhaal. Just really fucking nailing the casting there. Fucking Last Samurai with Tom Hanks. Or with fucking Tom Cruise. Sorry. I almost said the Paul Mooney joke out loud. If anybody has fucking watched Chappelle's Show. And you know why I can't say it. But it's funny. But there was not an Assassin's Creed. There's been no live action Assassin's Creed thing, right?
As far as I know.
Okay. Because this show, apparently, like I said, I am learning this news today, even though this apparently happened in July. Maybe we talked about it in July, but I don't remember talking about it. This is going to be a live action show. Yeah. Anyway. Time Extension reports that it looks like Eidos Montreal canceled a Legacy of Kain reboot because they fucking hate us in particular. Yeah.
I mean, look, I would rather them kill a bad reboot than reboot it and do it poorly. But
yeah,
also,
I mean, that's
like,
fine.
You want to talk about a franchise that it doesn't make much sense why it hasn't... Why there haven't been more Legacy of Kain games. Like, it just seems...
Victus. Yeah, it really does. Like, Legacy of Kain is dope. Soul Reaver is dope. Like, there were 2 Blood Omens and 2 Legacy of Kains, right? That's it?
Alright, so there's 2 Soul Reavers, 2 Legacy of Kains, and then Defiance.
Oh, I always forget about Defiance.
That brought it all together.
Yeah.
Raziel's just too good of a character. Raziel
He's
is
a
just
cool character.
Such a great character design. There's so much that can be done with this.
Yeah.
And like when they redid that, like when they did that Lara Croft reboot, like with the realistic Tomb Raider, I was like, man, let's get this energy put into doing a reboot of Legacy of Kain. And it just never happened. And it's like, why though?
I challenge you to think, like, and I'm not talking the Castlevania series. That's not what I mean when I say this. I challenge you to think of a good vampire game where you play as the vampire.
Blood Rain. No.
Nope. I said a good one, not just a one. Like, I mean, Castlevania, no, because you're not playing as the vampire. Like, I'm not counting Alucard. You know, like that, obviously that's not what I mean. You know? I don't know that one exists.
I can't think of one.
Is there something I'm missing? What was that fucking... isn't there like there was something that came out on Xbox?
Vampire the Masquerade? Isn't that a thing that people care about? Vampire the Masquerade?
I don't know. Somebody in the Discord will obviously correct us next week, and I welcome it, because I just can't... I don't know. There was an Xbox one.
Oh, Darkwatch. Darkwatch was pretty cool.
Was it? What is Darkwatch? I don't know Darkwatch.
It was, if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, it's Darkwatch, Curse of the West. It was like a Western vampire thing. You ran around as guns.
Oh, okay.
Blood. That was pretty swell. It was a Capcom joint by High Moon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Redfall. That's the one I was thinking of for Xbox. Didn't that do terribly?
I don't even remember it.
Okay.
Code Vein.
Vampire was pretty good. That was alright.
I will take your word for it. Apparently there was a game in 2024 called Vampire Therapist.
That's alright. I mean, that sounds as good as Blood Rain. Like, you know. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I'm looking at Vampire the Masquerade. I know that's a series that people like. Vampire Survivors doesn't count because there's no vampires in it, except the exception of Dracula now. But
yeah, like, huh?
Weird.
V Rising, that was a thing, wasn't it? Didn't that come out recently? I'm thinking
it came out recently.
I don't know. Did I? Son of a bitch, missed it. All right.
Push Square reports AI accusations have killed a PS5, PS4 game just 2 days after announcement. Because, of course, it was Postal. Postal Bullet Paradise. Which the trailer was kind of like a 3D Postal version of, like, Vampire Survivors, kind of. And it's gone already. The game saw an overwhelmingly negative response from the community, all revolving around accusations of heavy generative AI use. That's right, people. Keep fighting the good fight. Because I know this whole conversation about AI is, toothpaste is out of the tube, it's just going to happen anyway, so we may as well roll over and take it up the ass. Here's the problem. Once all the jobs are taken by AI, and the tech bros are like, well, all right, now we've got all the things, we can do all the jobs for none of the money, there's not going to be anyone with any money left to buy your fucking shit. Because because nobody has any jobs anymore because AI is doing all of it.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. And so, yes, anybody who wants to make video games and not pay artists and just do a bunch of AI slop can go ahead and fuck all the way off. And of course it was fucking Postal. Of course it was Postal.
Of course it was. I just love the fact that they canceled it 2 days after they announced it. Like, good. and really, this game, just like looking at the story, the game was due to be published by Running with Scissors, and developed by Goonswarm Games, because that's a cool name. Goonswarm, because gooning is like a current... It just fucking... I hate being an adult. But I do wish there were more adults. Like, stop it. This might be the story that makes me the most concerned or the saddest this week. I don't know exactly where to put this. But Nintendo Life reports that it's make or break for sure. Shovel Knight's devs' fate rests on the upcoming Zelda-like. With the quote, if we sold like 100,000 copies, that's not good. I don't like that. Like, looking through, there was an interview, or a report from Bloomberg News, that is behind a paywall. So obviously I didn't read it, because go fuck yourself. They say, if we sold 500,000 copies, we'd be golden. Studio founder, this is Sean Velasco speaking. If we sold 500,000 copies, we'd be golden. If we sold 200,000, that would be really, really great. If we sold 100,000, that's not so good. And I'm excited for this. I don't know that it's selling that much more than 100,000, though.
From the studio,
I hope it sells a whole bunch.
I don't think it's going to be super expensive. I think it's going to do just fine. This doesn't surprise me. I've actually been having this conversation with Mike more than one time in the last year or so of like, okay, how is Yacht Club still in existence? They released Shovel Knight like 15 years ago.
Right.
They've had other companies make games, like they helped out with Cyber Shadow, and there's been other Shovel Knight spin-offs that haven't really been internally developed. Like, they haven't actually just released a new game in a very long time. What's keeping this studio up and running? And then I saw this story, I was like, son of a bitch. Like,
yeah,
I get it. I really do. You want to put a lot of work into your games and make sure that they're successes, but holy shit, it didn't surprise me. It didn't knock my socks off like, oh no, this is a big surprise. I thought they were fine, because me and Mike have been talking about this for like, I don't know that the studio's okay. Like, what is keeping them afloat? Now, I would be surprised if Mina the Hollower wasn't a big success for them. It's a Zelda-like game that looks like a Game Boy game, that's not going to be super expensive, that's from the creators of Shovel Knight, I think they're going to be fine. I think the game's going to sell just fine. But I also think that this is a studio that kind of needs to... Like, what kept Team Cherry going? I mean, obviously we know that Hollow Knight sold a bajillion copies.
Right.
But, like, man, if that game didn't sell as well as it did, I don't think they'd be in a similar situation by the time Silksong came out. Because...
Yeah.
How much can you really make off of one game if it's not an absolute monster smash success? And Shovel Knight truly was, but it came out at a kind of a different time than Hollow Knight.
Yeah,
I want them to do well. Yacht Club Games.
Yeah, I think this looks great.
I really liked the demo. The demo seemed really fun. I'm sad that it got delayed yet again, but I think the game's going to do just fine. I think it's going to get a lot of positive press. I think it's got everything going for it. A good character design, gameplay that people like. It's based very specifically off of Link's Awakening, which is a very popular thing. I mean, I think it's selling at least 300,000 copies, but the hell do I know?
Yeah.
Not much.
No, me neither.
Moving on to some major studio game news. GameSpot reports majority control of EA could shift to Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. We talked about a little bit about this not that long ago, that there's this whole Jared Kushner Saudi Arabia situation with Electronic Arts, and that all sounds like great ideas. Then what could possibly go wrong here? I hate everything about this, but I hate everything about EA, so... I guess they all deserve each other. This is just such a phenomenally emblematic picture of where I guess the world is right now. Just everyone wants to sell everything else to everybody else, and Electronic Arts is such a what's the word I'm looking for?
Scumbag company. They're
just morally bankrupt, or I don't know if morally is the right word, but there's nothing of value there. It's sports games that really just push the limit of what counts as a proper release. They were some of the scummiest of the scum when it came to modern monetization things. I just hate EA, and I don't.
Well, and especially when you think about where EA came from.
Yeah,
like they were a beloved developer. Look at some of that
the game
back
with
catalog.
Electronic Arts with EA. Their EA Sports line changed the way sports games were made. Like, they didn't become popular because they were the only games in town. They were leaps and bounds better than what anybody else was making, and it inspired other companies to be better at what they were doing.
Yeah.
And then all their PC stuff and the weird adventure games and shit. The original game, James Pond. Come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look back at what EA used to be,
they published General Chaos.
Yeah, like fucking Road Rash. Like just they were a cool company that did interesting things, that made neat games or published neat games, or like they did interesting stuff. And now it's like, what? You guys just
well, how do we get the most money out of our players? Like, it's the only concern. How do we get the most money out of our customers?
Give me a fucking a new Jungle Strike.
I didn't love their Star Wars output. I don't much care for them.
Yeah, it's a fucking bummer. It's a bummer, man. I don't like it. What could be a bummer, or might not be a bummer, I have no fucking idea. This is going to be... I mean, I'm definitely going to try it. We're going to see. But our friends over at Push Square report that Sony has announced and soft-launched MLB The Show Mobile for iOS and Android. It is currently only available in the Philippines, because why the fuck not? That's, if you're going to release a mobile baseball game, definitely don't release it in the United States or Japan. Put it in the Philippines first.
Test market, baby.
Yeah, I know. I am
smaller audience. Gotta test that shit. Make sure it works.
I am so concerned about this. In like, because there's a way to do baseball. It's been done before on mobile devices, with some of the pitching controls and the batting controls. Like, there's a good way to do this. The free to play nature of it just really concerns me. I am not super thrilled with that. We'll see. I think it's surprising that it's taken this long to get to something like this. I hope it's good. I hope it's not just devoid of fucking charm or fun or whatever, and it's not just a soulish cash grab, but it's probably going to be.
Who needs souls these days? Speaking of not having a soul, GameSpot reports Call of Duty is underperforming in 2025. Analyst says, citing burnout, creative decisions, and AI slop. Xbox dropped the ball on the wrong year.
Yep.
I mean, look, we've been talking about this for ages. We were just talking about this with Electronic Arts. Like, this is Activision just... Call of Duty, you got to make one every year. It was an event when the game got big, so then a new release became this really big event. So wouldn't it be great if we had an event every year and sucked everything special out of it and just put different teams on it and kept pumping more and more money into it and assuming it's it's going to be the biggest thing forever until it's dead? Like, they Tony Hawked the shit out of this series, and it took a long time to get where we are, but you can't do it this way. It's just such wrong way of doing it. It is just short-term gains instead of long-term success. Like, it's just, who cares if the Call of Duty brand lasts for ever? Like, we're going to make all this money now. So let's make all this money now. We'll completely ruin the brand in the process, but we'll figure it out. We'll try to relaunch it like we did with Guitar Hero, and then nobody's going to care because you killed it. You just killed it. Like, ugh. Not that I'm a big fan of Call of Duty in the first place. Not that I'm a big fan
But they were good. They were legitimately good games. They were. Like, they were fun, and they had a dedicated, if not problematic, community around them. But there was fun to be had, and now it's just bro-y douchebag bullshit. And it sucks. It sucks. It's why I'm actually hoping that, like, we get a big Splatoon reveal, and that sort of fills the void of, like, no, this can just be fun. There's a way to do this where it's just kind of fun. Isn't that nice?
I love things that are just fun.
Yeah. Speaking of fun, and possibly this is without question the biggest story of the week, kind of across the board. We don't really know what the implications are going to be for the gaming side of things just yet.
Or even if it's going to happen. I mean, it probably is, but...
I mean, it definitely is. Like, the government's going to step in? Stop it. What's wrong with you?
I mean, they tried to stop the Activision thing. They didn't win, but the people tried.
I love the way that this headline is worded, too, though. Like, really just kind of being like... It feels like a headline that's taking the piss. But Push Square reports that Hogwarts Legacy and Mortal Kombat publisher Warner Brothers has been bought for $2 billion. Or $82 billion, sorry. $82 billion, that's quite different. By Netflix. So, yes, if you have been under a rock and have missed the news just sweeping the entertainment world, after a bunch of different people were making bids and making their pitches to acquire the entirety, almost, of Warner Brothers, Netflix has done so. And that is going to include HBO, HBO Max, DC Comics, the gaming stuff. Basically, it's going to include everything except for the Discovery Network stuff, which is then going to be spun off, even though that was just part of the merger recently, where it became a new thing that they all merged together. I fucking hate this. I hate it.
Not super fond of it either. I find it strange that none of the stories I've seen about this have mentioned Looney Tunes.
I've seen
that's
that.
kind of weird.
I mean, Looney Tunes is just not relevant currently.
I mean, it sort of is in the video game realm because the whole multiverses thing. Like, multiverses made a bunch of headlines recently. It's weird that I'm not seeing more talk about that.
Well, but it's gone. Multiverses is done.
I know.
Shut down again.
So why aren't the game industry folks writing about that? Like, this just happened and now they're buying this? That's very strange. I don't know. It just seems weird to not mention, it's more relevant than fucking Game of Thrones is. There was just Space Jam movie a couple of years ago, so I don't know. Anyways, I also
the new
hate
Game
this.
of Thrones show comes out in January. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Right. There's a lot that's really interesting to this, like, far beyond the gaming implications that are here. I mean, obviously that's, kind of what the show is about, but, like, that is definitely not the only thing we talk about. The rumors of them re-embracing the Snyderverse and being like, we're going to bring that shit back and, get rid of the work that DC has been doing with James Gunn. Boy, do I fucking hate that idea.
I don't see that happening just because
I don't either.
How exactly Snyder's whatever his stupid thing that he tried to do crashed and burned real quick like that.
Oh,
that was on Netflix, wasn't it?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, most people did because it was
called.
Shit. I don't think that's going to happen, and especially like Superman was pretty freaking successful, so I don't see them getting rid of that. But then again, this is Netflix. I know they had said that this is going to be like, this is going to be great for training all of our AI things. Like, again,
oh boy,
here we are. Let's take everybody's jobs. We don't need creatives anymore.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff here. Like, Netflix has their gaming stuff that they've done or tried to do, and with bringing some of this stuff like in-house, maybe there's some interesting things that happen there. Maybe I don't like that this is going to Netflix.
It really.
I would have liked it less if it went to Comcast, because Comcast can just fuck all the way off.
Comcast is terrible.
The only
suitor ain't great.
The only suitor that I thought, I was like, all right, I mean, if it's got to be anybody, sure, it can be these guys, was Apple. I thought that might be an interesting thing. Like, I'm kind of here for the idea of, like, what an Apple versus Disney comic book media thing could have turned into, because I think we, as consumers and fans of these properties, might have actually won a little bit there, whereas Netflix is just, man, talk about a company that's fucking fallen from grace, dude.
You just really, what confounds me above all else is we know how. We've watched them for ages make bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. But, like, how is Warner Brothers, with all of the talent, all of the properties, all of the everything that they have, how is Warner Brothers in such a bad state that how do they keep tripping over their own dicks like this?
I don't know. You have Harry Potter,
Batman, and come on,
Game of Thrones, and DC Comics. How are you fucking that up?
I'm gobsmacked by the whole thing. And again, we've watched it over and over again, chasing the wrong trends, looking. canceling the Batgirl movie because it was more financially solvent to cancel it and throw it in the garbage than to actually make the movie. Like, if there was ever a more obvious, wait a minute, we might be looking at the entire industry the wrong way.
This wrong.
We might be in the wrong business.
Yeah, this is just such a massive story. Like, Netflix just recently acquired the rights to, like, stream WWE, right? And that was seen as, like, a pretty big deal. This so fucking dwarfs that as a story. Like, this is such a gigantic fucking deal that we definitely are not even going to know the ramifications of for years. But got $82 billion fucking dollars. That's
wild.
Yeah.
Why not, right? Why not?
Why not?
Go nuts. Sure.
All right.
I think you're up.
Yeah. What you
Is
got?
it you or is it me?
No, it's you. Yeah.
Oh, it's me?
It's you.
All right. Well, in the general news department here, IGN reports, quote, "Why stop at AI use? We could have mandatory disclosures for what shampoo brand the developers uses." Epic boss Tim Sweeney says Steam should ditch its AI-generated content disclosure. And I think Tim Sweeney should be ditched directly into the sun.
Just way to read the room, Tim. Fuck directly off, you twat.
That's definitely the same thing. Also, kudos to IGN for the tagline, "Head and shoulders above."
That's pretty good.
Well done. Look, disclosing what shampoo brand developers use, that is not the... You want to disclose the AI-generated content because it is high-speed plagiarism, it's slop, it's cheating, it's gross, it has all sorts of negative connotations, whereas who the fuck cares how the developers wash their hair? People want to know how the developers are making their games.
I also kind of want to know what shampoo Gabe Newell uses.
I wouldn't mind learning that information. I wouldn't be, like, angry at it. This is just such a dumb thing to say. It's just so divorced from reality.
Yeah. It's real fucking dumb. It's real dumb. And speaking of which, I'm just going to keep the AI train rolling here. IGN reports that a Fortnite artist has responded as fans claim game now includes examples of blatant AI artwork, including a nine-toed character in a hammock. In the latest season, freelance artist Sean Dove has taken to Instagram in response to fan claims that his Studio Ghibli-style depiction of Marty McFly was the product of AI generation. Dove, who is a frequent Fortnite collaborator, showed off his manual process for drawing the image. But while he drew the Ghibli-esque main character himself, Dove admitted he may still have inadvertently included AI elements in the background, because that's something that can be done. This is the artistic equivalent of, oops, you tripped and landed on his dick? Like, what are we even saying here? Stop it. Just stop it. Or fucking admit it. Like...
Boo. Just boo.
Just boo.
I'm sorry, did you say you skipped over this story for a specific reason?
Yeah, just to stay with the AI slop altogether.
Right.
If you want to hit the next more? AI story, there's one more.
Push Square said reports Sony accused of using generative AI art for PlayStation Advent Calendar promo.
Yeah.
While it's becoming increasingly difficult to detect AI artwork, we will say these avatars do have that kind of look to them. Although there aren't any obvious telltale signs like extra fingers or anything like that. Perhaps the biggest giveaway is the use of Japanese writing in a cyberpunk-style scene, which don't really reflect real characters at all. On the grand scheme of things, this isn't as bad as the recent examples of generative AI we've seen in Call of Duty and Fortnite. It is just promotional activity after all, but Sony is sitting upon terabytes of cool concept art from dozens of franchises it actually owns. Couldn't it have just cropped some of those to make some more interesting avatars here? That is an excellent question. Couldn't you have just done that? Why would you do this? This is so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah.
Gross.
Speaking of dumb.
Speaking of so dumb, go for it.
Speaking of so dumb, Tommy Tallarico got bodied.
Good friend of the show.
Good friend of the show. Got bodied so badly, he's now using a fake name. Say hello to Sammy Salazar. Look, we are not fans of Tallarico the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tallarico Engine.
Thomas the Tallarico Engine. See, I couldn't even remember what the fuck it is. Because I just... Fuck this dude. Apparently he's playing competitive backgammon now under the name Sammy Salazar because that is exactly what a douche bro thinks a cool name sounds like.
Yeah, I was just going to say that is the most obvious Tommy Tallarico name I've ever heard.
Yeah. Like, people who don't even know who Tommy Tallarico is. Like, he would walk up and be like, hello, my name's Sammy Salazar. And they'd be like, motherfucker, you're Tommy Tallarico. And I don't know why I know that, but I know it for sure. Fuck you. Like, look, dude. I would like to imagine that Mr. Tallarico is a complicated cat. I would like to imagine that. All evidence to the contrary is that he's just a douche. But, yeah, I mean, this is just kind of sad, man. You know? It's just kind of sad. He had a lot of goodwill, and he burnt it by being a grifter douchebag.
He did indeed.
And that sucks. It's a shame.
It does. He does. Which is, again, a shame. I like this story. GameSpot reported... I mean, I like this story. I hate this headline. GameSpot reports Stranger Things made a mistake with an old-school game. Or did it? Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. As a matter of fact, they definitely did.
I don't understand. It's like astute gamers who lived through the 80s spotted an apparent error in Stranger Things. But what if it wasn't a mistake? No.
But it was.
I think what the article is trying to say is like, no, maybe they did that on purpose. Like, well, yeah, of course they picked the thing that looked better on the screen, but why would they? No, they didn't. So here's what happened. Have you watched Stranger Things?
I have not. I have not watched it yet. We are currently balls deep in It, Welcome to Derry, and Pluribus, which is fucking insane.
Okay. We watched Stranger Things, and there is a scene where a kid is playing an NES, and Ghosts and Goblins is on the screen, but it's the arcade version, not the NES version. And I remember watching and be like, come on, guys, you can do better than that. But that was all I thought. I didn't really think anything more of it, because why bother? Who cares? But really, at the end of the day, what are you doing? Stop that. Come on. This isn't that hard. There's an NES. And then, like, ran around with the cartridge. Like, they ran around with the NES cartridge. I'm pretty sure it was the actual cartridge of Ghosts and Goblins. I'm pretty sure. I don't understand why they didn't just use the right footage. It's so strange to me. Like, if you're going to put Ghosts and Goblins in there...
I get it because, like you said, it looks better. Right. It just looks better. Like, that's all.
Yeah, it does. But
there's nothing nefarious. They're not trying to be assholes. It just looks better.
I almost wonder, like, and you have to wonder, like, what the actual production reasoning behind it was. Like, did they say, don't use the NES version? It looks like shit. This will be fun because the NES game is awful and the arcade game rules? Or did somebody just say to somebody, get me footage from Ghosts and Goblins, and then they got footage from Ghosts and Goblins, and they didn't bother to check if it was the right version? I don't know. That's probably what happened, because I can't imagine doing... Like, the fashion and everything in that show is so spot on to the time.
Yes.
to then make that kind of decision consciously, to have something just blatantly incorrect. It smells too much like an oversight to me. And honestly, who the fuck cares? Season's been great so far.
That would be the other part. Like, also, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, get over it. That's really... Come on. That's not a story. It's like, can we just be happy that fucking Ghosts and Goblins is in a gigantically popular TV show?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Can we not just be happy about that, Chris?
I can't.
No, we can't. Because we can't have nice things. Speaking of not being able to have nice things, this story makes me sad because he was by far the only good part of that original movie. Mortal Kombat actor Terry.
How dare you?
I stand by it. That movie sucks balls.
You are a failure, sir. How dare you? That movie does not suck balls. That movie is outstanding.
Stop it. It's garbage.
That movie is so much fun.
I like it. It is garbage, though. Like, come on.
No, it's not a good movie, but it's a great movie. And to say that he was the only good thing in it, you gonna tell me that like the costumes for Scorpion and Sub-Zero weren't wonderfully game accurate and those fight scenes were awesome? You gonna tell me Robin Shou didn't do a good job of playing Liu Kang? Fuck all the way off. The guy playing Johnny Cage, he was fucking perfect. And, like, I know you've got this weird thing with, like, and Tiff swore she saw wires on the literally robotic, not puppet.
Why did you say I have a weird thing? I don't have a weird thing.
Yeah, you brought it up. There was some thing where he said, I thought that Goro robot was super impressive because it's a fucking robot. It did things. I thought it was neat. Apparently, it was also a real nightmare to work with on the set because it kept
I would imagine. He seems like a fucking diva.
The ball punch, like when he did this. Oh, dude, my God. The Scorpion fight. There's so many good things.
You're so easily baited. It's my favorite thing about you.
Oh, fuck off. You didn't bait me. You meant that. You were trying to be edgy. You weren't trying to bait me.
Yeah, that's me.
That is you.
Fucking edgy.
Dan right. Edgelord Ryan. That's what they call you. That's what the kids call you.
Is it? Son of a bitch. Oh, I love it.
They're out there saying Hundo P, and they're Dan's an Edgelord.
That's
something
right.
about 67, I don't know.
6'7", baby. Woo!
No,
W's in the
great,
chat.
And I will hear no slight against Mortal Kombat.
Quarter
fucking
zips
music.
and matcha, baby. That's right. Quarter zips and matcha. You don't even know that one yet.
I don't even know that one.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't have your fucking finger on the pulse.
No,
Anyway.
I don't. I didn't have the finger on the pulse when I was a kid.
No, when I was a kid, I didn't fucking know. God, no. The best part of that movie.
Now that I can hard agree with.
Carrie,
absolutely
Hiroyuki Tagawa, are Shang Tsung, like the embodiment of Shang Tsung, right?
He
Like
was flawless in that movie.
when I think of Shang Tsung, that is what I think of.
Without a doubt.
You know, like I don't think of Johnny Cage as whatever the fuck that dude's name was.
Oh, I definitely do.
In the movie.
Those were $500 sunglasses, ass. Fucking just slow clap. Fucking great.
I mean, all right, to be fair, I do think of Christopher Lambert as Raiden, but like not in a positive way.
Just because, how could you not?
Just because, like,
It's
why?
One of those casting decisions that you just look at and say, now wait a second.
Were there no other Asian actors anywhere available at the time to be Raiden?
Also, are we really not going to have Christopher... Like, why did you hire the guy if you weren't going to do literally any fight scenes with him?
Yeah, like, it's just...
There's a lot of strange... I have so many questions about that specific casting, and I love that performance, too. It is so strange.
It's
like his
very
weird.
weird.
Like, I don't think so. Like,
I don't
This
think
is
so.
really weird, and I love it, but boy, is it weird.
It is
really weird.
I do love
anyway,
that movie.
yes.
It is a flaming piece of shit, but I fucking love its disaster that it is.
I mean, really, the beginning opens up with flames everywhere. It's fantastic.
It does, yeah. Anyway.
CG logo flying around. The dude from the commercial yelling Mortal Kombat while there's dance music just blaring into your ears as loud as possible. I must have seen that movie like 6 times in the theater. I could not get enough of it. The fucking random-ass reptile fight, which happened because they were like,
Reptile.
they did a test screening. They're like, we could really use another fight in here.
Reptile?
Sure.
Why not?
Is there a story reason? No.
Not
he
at
throws
all.
the thing into a statue. It becomes a ninja. Then it turns into a bunch of bugs after he beats him. It's that fight scene rules. It's so good. Oh my god, I love that fight scene. It's so much fun. Where'd the voice come from? Who cares?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It was so cool. God, I love that movie.
All of that is to say that, unfortunately,
Yes.
Mr. Tagawa has passed away at the age of 75 following complications from a stroke, which just fucking sucks. It just sucks.
Terrible.
He became Shang Tsung. He was in Mortal Kombat 11. His voice, his physical likeness was used as Shang Tsung in that game. Dude was fucking awesome. He was a great actor, like legitimately a very good actor. Has been in just a ton of shit. But man, there is just I when I think of like iconic Mortal Kombat iconography, that close up on his face and the "your soul is mine," right? Like just
You will be next.
yeah.
Oh,
So good.
He was phenomenal.
So
He
good.
really, he reminded me a lot of, and really, that's the thing that made that movie so much better than Street Fighter. Because Street Fighter, I mean, obviously the script did.
I mean,
Not
there's
to
a
say
lot.
that it's not
All right,
fucking Shakespeare,
so
but like
can
the
I-
script of Mortal Kombat is Shakespeare compared to fucking Street Fighter. But
Can
like,
can I say that the Street Fighter movie was a piece of shit and not have
Yes.
you jump down my throat? Okay.
Oh, because that is an absolute piece of shit. It is like it made piece of shit an art form. It was it's astounding. But what makes part of what makes Street Fighter watchable and so endearing is Raul Julia's performance, because he didn't phone that shit in.
No.
He Raul Julia'd that role, and that's what happened with pretty much the whole cast except for Christopher Lambert, or maybe that's what he was aiming for. Really, he's a mystery. That whole thing is so strange, but everyone in that movie was trying their damnedest. Like it had kind of the same spirit that the original game did, of like, well, we've got a budget, and we're just gonna do this. We're gonna put our hearts into it and see what happens. And like, the actors that took those roles, they did their best with them. Except Sonya. I don't know. She tried. She was a last minute replacement. She was a last minute replacement, which is like, I can't remember. I was just recently reading that story. Like, they had somebody that was a martial artist to play Sonya originally, and then she had to back out, and then they replaced her with the woman that was in there, who was
with
very
Pete
clearly
Sampras's
not.
wife.
Yeah, very clearly not a martial artist, but you know,
But
she did the job.
super fucking hot.
Yes.
So that's really all that mattered.
Did the job. I love that movie so much. I really want to watch that again.
I do
been
too.
too long.
I'm just fucking with you.
The fucking scorpion fight scene is the coolest thing ever.
I just know how to push your buttons and get good content. That's what I'm good for, Chris.
I don't think that's what you were doing on purpose. I really
Okay.
don't. I think you were trying to be an edgelord.
No.
I told you, the kids know. They can see through it. They see through the lies. Look at this one. Look at this relevant story here. Retro RGB reports Sega Dreamcast VMU Pro Spring 2026 pre-order batch is coming to Stone Age Gamer. That's right, we're finally getting the 8-Bit Mods VMU Pro in a veritable cornucopia of colors. Green, clear,
Love
blue,
a good
pink, black,
cornucopia.
white. Don't we all? This thing looks super cool. I can't wait to get my hands on one and try it out. because the 8-bit mods, they did like the Memcard Pro and Memcard Pro 2 and the Memcard Pro GC, and I've messed around with those, and they're very cool. One of the things that's neat about them is the fact that they're like memory cards, but they've got little screens on them, and help you but basically manage your memory forever. Like it's like this is a memory card, the last memory card you'll ever need. The Dreamcast is like one of the systems that's needed that the most, and their memory card had a screen already, so it's just really built for this. So I can't wait to mess with these. All reports seem to point to them being exactly as cool as you want them to be. Let's see. Tito from Macho Nacho Productions did a really great teardown of them. He does amazing content. There's just a lot of this is a very cool product, and I'm so glad we're finally... I'm not glad we're taking pre-orders on it, because I hate taking pre-orders on things.
Right.
Just in general, but this is one of those things we kind of don't really have much of a choice. Like, there's just... It's going to be a big, hairy deal. It's going to be... we're probably going to sell a metric ton of them. And I'm just glad that we're finally going to be able to carry it, because they've been working on this thing for years.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's going to live up to the lofty expectations.
Yeah. That is fucking outstanding. It's about time Ryan did his job. Got some new product in. Sorry. I can't even. All right. And our final story for the week. I just thought this was an interesting one. Nintendo Life reports that Metacritic has shared its updated list of every Metroid game ranked, with the notable admissions of Metroid from 1987, Metroid 2 Samus Returns 1991, and Super Metroid in 1994, because all of those games were released before Metacritic even existed. Now, I have not picked up Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I am still very excited about it, but it's been a bone of contention this week that is, we're just not going to talk about it. But I did want to go through this list real quick and see how you felt about it, Kris. Because I put it up here late, and I don't know if you looked at it yet. But I'm just going to go. There's
right now
13 games on the list. Yeah, so there's 13 games on the list. So we'll go through them and their Metacritic score. So number 13, we've got Metroid Prime Federation Force with a Metacritic score of 64. At number 12, Metroid Prime Pinball with a 79. Also with a 79, tied, Metroid Other M. So that's, 11th or 12th, whatever you want to put it. But then this is what I thought was really interesting, coming right in above that. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the Switch 2 version, with a Metascore of 80. Not a bad score, but certainly lower than I was expecting right here at jump. I thought maybe over time some scores would whittle that down. I thought it would come out higher. At number 9, we've got Samus Returns for the 3DS. That's with an 85. Also with an 85, Metroid Prime Hunters. Boy, do I find that one weird. Samus Returns and Hunters, both with okay.
Yeah, just keep on rolling.
Yep. Number 7, Metroid Dread with an 88. Number 6, Metroid Zero Mission with an 89. Number 5, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption with a 90. Number 4, Metroid Fusion with a 92. Number 3, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes with a 92. Number 2, Metroid Prime Remastered with a 94. And number 1, Metroid Prime the Original with a 97. I don't understand how those two are not flip-flopped, but whatever. This is an interesting list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't know. When I look at this,
I don't agree with most of it.
No. How is Hunters above?
Because this is just based on aggregate review scores.
No, I know, but
when Hunters was being reviewed in the first place, it was being reviewed not against other Metroid games, but just reviewed against other Nintendo DS games. So when you're just comparing it to other Nintendo DS games, specifically other Nintendo DS first-person shooters, It was a very impressive game. In that specific bubble, Hunters is pretty great. But when you remove Hunters from that very specific situation of it being a DS game, when you remove that to just look at it holistically as a game, it loses some, right? It loses a decent amount. Whereas Samus Returns doesn't. And it's because of the way people review games. And it's something that I try to take into fairly serious consideration when I'm reviewing games too, is to kind of step back and look at it like, how is this experience overall? Not just overall for this system, but overall. And that's where you wind up with some of this kind of stuff. Like, is Other M a better game than Metroid Prime Pinball? Like, how do you compare a pinball game to an action game that has some really high highs, but some really low lows?
Some really low lows, yeah.
Is Metroid Prime Remastered a different game from Metroid Prime? No, it's Metroid Prime with additional control options and better and cleaned up visuals. It's not a different game.
No, like it's clearly superior. It is clearly superior.
It is, because it's the same fucking game.
Yeah, Metroid, it just looks better. That's
Prime
better.
3 Corruption better than Zero Mission and Dread. Again, Prime 3
different games
they're very different games, but Prime 3 at the time seemed really impressive, and you've got to wonder if was Prime 3 so impressive to reviewers because, holy shit, I'm finally playing a Wii game that lives up to the potential that's not Wii Sports, but like a game. Right. But really, Prime 3 Corruption is solid, but it's, I don't know.
It's not better than Dread.
It's definitely
not better than Samus Returns. It's not better than Zero Mission.
But then you look at, well, Metroid Dread, when that came out, what was the general consensus around this kind of game when Metroid Dread came out? Like, oh, well, the Metroidvania genre has improved an awful lot since Metroid came out. So Metroid Dread should be the most amazing game that's ever happened in the history of mankind, right? Because this is Metroid. This is the thing that started it all. But Hollow Knight exists, therefore Metroid Dread is actually kind of shit. It's like, no, it's not. But this is the general consensus. This is the kind of stuff that gets taken into consideration when a lot of people review games. And those are the things that get fed into Metacritic, and that's why you wind up with these kinds of metascores. And that's why we also live in this world where if anything under a 99 metascore is the worst game that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And Prime 4 thus far is very polarizing because it's more Metroid Prime. And I'm only like an hour or so into it, but I get where people are coming from, but I also don't understand, like, so far, it's sure as shit not worse than Corruption. Like, again, I'm not super far into it, but the beginning of the game that people are talking, the general consensus that I've seen is that the beginning of the game is kind of slow. The open world desert area is kind of lame, but everything else is unbelievably good. And I have had a pretty different experience so far, which I'm looking forward to talking to in a bit. But this is the way people review games, right? This is the way people look at these things, and people are going to have these varying different opinions on Prime 4 for being both safe and trying something pretty different. So of course that's going to be a bit polarizing. But that's also why you can't look at scores like this and say that this is the ranking of the best games in order, because it's just not how it works. There's too many factors that come into an individual game's score, not as opposed, because they're not being compared to one another. Like, nobody that was reviewing Prime 4 that contributed to this 80 score was comparing it directly to Other M and Samus Returns. Like, maybe Other M, because of the way the narrative is presented. But nobody's talking about Samus Returns in their Metroid Prime 4 Beyond review because the games are so different from one another.
And they're just intrinsically different.
Yeah. They're going for different things. I don't know. This is a fun exercise. Like, this is a very interesting exercise.
We do it.
Any notion of saying, well, yeah, but we're comparing them to each other. We're saying, is this game better than the other? And then we put them in that order. But when you just take these completely divorced review scores and slap them in a numeric list and say, here's the order, that's so disingenuous because it's removing all frames of context from the reviews that made those scores in the first place. It's very silly. But it's interesting
weird.
to look at. Like, just as a science project thing, looking at this, like, wow, it's pretty wild looking at the reviews for these things. It's pretty wild that Other M has a 79 Metascore, right?
Yeah.
You'd think it would be lower because of how... because that game's not just like, it's okay. People hate that game. Like,
People hate that game.
Reviled.
Yeah.
And here we are. Federation Force? Yeah, that deserves a 64. Because Federation Force is fun.
Yeah.
Like that is that game to a T. It's fine. That's its biggest sin is that it's just fine. I was just talking about this with John this morning about how, I bought Prime 4 and I wasn't going to, but then I've bought pretty much every Metroid game the day it comes out because I'm such a huge Metroid fan, except Federation Force, because it from the get-go that game was just like, I don't know about this one. And then I played it. It's like, well, this is fine. It's slow. You're not Samus. I'm not compelled to do anything here.
Yeah.
It's the only one I've never finished because it was bored out of my mind. I just didn't want to do it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Neat list.
It is a neat list. I do have one more story that has nothing to do with video games. I just wanted to mention it because it was officially announced today. Lucasfilm and Disney will be re-releasing the original theatrical cut of Star Wars on February 17th, 2027. That is plenty of time for all of us to plan to get to see it in the theater with a rumored IMAX release as well.
We're not talking about New Hope. We're just talking Star Wars.
Star Wars.
In its
the
original
77 theatrical release. It gives me hope that there will then come...
A new hope?
It gives me a new hope. How did I miss that? It was right fucking there, and I just walked right past it. Good God. It gives me hope, Kris, a new hope, as some would say, that we will be getting some sort of majestic, all-encompassing 4K Blu-ray smorgasbord of Star Wars bullshit that I will have to have, that will include these original, unedited, unfucked with cuts of these films.
You know what I want? I want a box set that's just all the versions of Star Wars.
That just the first Star Wars?
Just the first Star Wars. It's like a 14-movie set. It's got every revision in it.
Oh, man. What the fuck did I just see? Oh, give me a second. Fuck. Because I just saw a thing like that. I think it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Fuck. Hold on. Bloody Disgusting. There's Nightmare on Elm Street. No. Fuck. Is this the one where it has it? There's some new like 4K set coming out that has like legit 15 fucking versions of one movie in it. And I think it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's got like the Turkish TV version of the movie. It was like, what the fuck are we even talking about? It's some ridiculous thing. We need to take a break. I'll keep looking for it because it's just so fucking silly. But yes, I agree. I want like all of the weird fucking versions of Star Wars. That would actually be really fun.
Yeah. Clunky. All right, everybody, that wraps things up for Week Old News, and we're going to take ourselves another quick break. When we come back, we're going to hit you with the checkpoint, talk about what's been going on. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from geekade.com. Stick around.
We are Safe at Home, the leading dog rescue in the heart of New Jersey. Are you searching for a loyal companion, a dog that will bring love and joy to your home? Look no further than Safe at Home. At Safe at Home, we believe in giving every dog a second chance. We rescue, rehabilitate, and find loving forever homes for dogs in need, right here in the Garden State. Our dogs are ready to make a lasting impact on your life. Each one has a unique story, a wagging tail, and an incredible capacity for love. When you adopt from Safe at Home, you're not just gaining a pet, you're becoming a part of our family. Our dedicated team ensures a seamless adoption process, providing ongoing support and guidance. With New Jersey's beautiful parks, beaches, and trails, you and your new furry friend will have endless opportunities for adventures and cherished memories. Safe at Home relies on the support of compassionate individuals like you. Your donations and volunteer work enable us to continue saving lives and finding forever homes for these amazing dogs. Join us in creating a safer, happier community for dogs in New Jersey. Together we can make a difference and give every dog the chance to feel safe at home. Visit our website or call us now to learn about how you can be a part of the Safe at Home mission. Safe at Home, because every dog deserves to be loved and protected. www.safeathomerescue.org.
Hi everyone, Kris here. Podcast listening is free, but podcast creation is not. That's why the Geekade Patreon exists. In an effort to help us pay the bills, we've got a Patreon page set up where you can gain access to our monthly podcast topic schedule, get early access to many of our shows, and more. If you'd like to help support Geekade and keep these shows running week after week, head over to the Geekade Patreon page, linked in the show notes of this very podcast. All right, everybody, we're back. We're well rested following our break. That's not true at all.
No,
but that means it's time to talk about what's going on.
Yeah, I did find the thing that I was talking about, and like I said, Kris, I am excited to say some of these out loud. This is Chain Reactions. It is a limited Blu-ray set, limited to 3,000 copies, exclusively from Dark Sky Selects. It is a documentary about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that will include 8 rare versions of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which include the 16mm overscan print, the 16mm barbecue edition print, the 35, I don't know what the fuck that means, the 35mm grindhouse print, which is 4 minutes shorter than the other ones. And this is where it gets interesting. The 1984 K-Tel Australian VHS, the 1981 Wizard Video VHS, the 1978 Super 8mm print, and then 2 versions of this movie that I just have to see. The 1987 bootleg Czechoslovakian VHS Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the 1980s Slovakian Betamax Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All of that, you can watch all of those versions of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The bootleg Czechoslovakian version comes in at 69 minutes. That's not enough minutes for that movie. An hour and 9 minutes is not enough of that movie. There's like more story that you got to get through. I don't know. I'm fascinated by that. I think that's really cool. Anyway,
it's time for the checkpoint.
Checkpoint!
This is
time for the bootleg Czechoslovakian VHS copy of the checkpoint. It's only going to be 6 minutes go.
The checkpoint. CZECH point.
That's right. The Czechoslovakian point. Oh, it's all coming together, Syphil.
Yeah, this is where we talk about what's been going on in our lives, what games we've been playing, and that sort of stuff. I don't know. You got anything interesting?
I'll go first, because I alluded to it earlier. I think I talked about it on the show last week. when we recorded Wednesday. I don't know how in depth I went into it. But man, I have been, so going into, the Thanksgiving thing, I knew I was going to be angry, because I had come off one of the meds that I was taking. And boy, I got to tell you, the fucking withdrawal symptoms from this particular antidepressant has made me so fucking in the red for like the last 3 weeks now. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be, according to like studies and whatnot, of like when you come off these certain medications and whatnot, how long the withdrawal effects and shit last. I should be coming up towards the end of it. But man, I have been so just fucking angry and short with everyone and mean these last couple of weeks. It fucking sucks. It has been very, very hard to find joy in things when I have been just this deliriously angry at all times. And man, it is, I totally understand why people who get on these drugs, like antidepressants, in my case, but like, I totally understand that addictive personality thing. One, because I have it, but two, the withdrawal symptoms are fucking hard. You know, like, it's hard to go around being this angry all the fucking time for no reason. Like, angry, and I'm happy that I haven't gotten the depression part of it, right? Because, like, when you come off these antidepressants, sometimes they give you increased anxiety. Sometimes it's increased anger. Sometimes it's increased depression, which is, like, really fucked up. But it makes it so easy to see how people can just fall right back into this lifelong dependency on these sorts of chemical corrections that are made through these drugs. Because these last 3 weeks have been awful. The little fucking, like, weird, like, brain lightning that I get now is just like, you turn your head and it, like, your brain, like, fucking zaps. It's super weird. And it would be so easy to just be like, well, just give me another prescription. That was like $4 for a 3-month supply, and I don't have to feel like this. God, it fucking sucks, man. It really, really fucking sucks. I don't recommend it.
I'm sorry. I hope that all levels out for you soon.
It's supposed to. According to the research I've seen, it's...
A lot of things are supposed to a lot of things.
A lot of things are supposed to a lot of things. Man, boy, if that's not the fucking theme of the year. It's just... But yeah, like, the withdrawal effects are, like, can last, you know, like 3 weeks up to, you know, like a month and a half sort of thing. So, like, I should be coming along the back end of it, but, like, it's just awful. You know, like, I come home and I sit in traffic on the way home and I'm like, fuck everybody. And then I come in the house, I'm like, maybe I'll play a video game. No, I can't play a fucking video game because I didn't buy an HDMI switcher yet, and the HDMI cord isn't plugged in to the fucking dock. It's plugged into the Switch too, and I wanted to play on my Steam Deck on my TV. So instead, I'm just going to go stare at a wall and be fucking angry for hours. Like, God damn it. But that's, like, legitimately what the week has been. Like, it's not perfect when I went to sit down and do it, so I hate everything now. It's a fucking shitty place to be, man.
It doesn't sound fun. I don't like that.
But, you know, at least I still have the neuropathy pain, so that's good. I got both things, so it's great. It's fucking... I've tried to, like... I think I've done a pretty good job on the show of, like, masking how angry I've been, but... Oh, boy. It is right there below the surface. And
there was that 15-minute racist tirade you went on, but
there was, but that was edited out, thankfully. I said what I said. Fucking white devils are awful.
I was shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
And you've known me going on 30 years now. That's fucking crazy that I could shock you that much, but, I keep it all inside.
You are nothing if not the master of the shocker, Dan.
Oh, boy, am I ever. Boy, we should re-record that at some point, but do it the right way. Not whatever fakakta way you did.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Boy, that's inside baseball. That's not funny for anybody else. So what did I actually do this week? I finished the Dungeon Crawler Carl book. It was great. I fucking loved it. I am excited to read more of it because the whole plot of the thing is, it's a fucking dungeon crawler. He's got to descend levels. So the first book ends with him getting up to level 3 of the dungeon, and there's 18 levels. And is Carl going to survive? I don't know, but there's 6 more books, so fucking probably. The next book, I don't think comes out till May of 2026, though. So I've got some time to jump into that. But that does put me at what I feel is relatively successful 16 books completed so far this year. I might be able to squeeze another one in before the end of December here. And I feel pretty good about 17 books for the year, if I can get to that number. I did barely any gaming, just because like I said, my anger level has just been such that any little thing pissing me off with it just made it not a fun experience. So I've watched a lot more TV this last week, and movies and whatnot. And one of the things we watched, we talk about it every year around Thanksgiving. We do, Tiff and I always watch a horror movie, right? I don't know why we started doing that. I don't remember the exact reason. But it's just become a thing that we do. And this year, we chose the movie called Bring Her Back, which was pretty good. It's certainly not the worst fucking movie that I've seen this year. That would still be Weapons, which was still a gigantic piece of shit. I feel that this movie accomplished what Weapons was going for. Not that they are the same movie, even a little bit, but sort of the mysterious motivations behind the main character and the brutality that is happening in the film. And this movie, there are some fucking brutal scenes in this fucking movie. You know how sometimes you get that, I guess we call it a hangnail, right? But it's not really a hangnail. You get that little piece of skin that hangs off near your nail bed, and you go to I just got it. It's a little piece of skin that's sticking up. I'm going to pull it, and oh my God, it went back so much further than I was expecting it to. You know the thing I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Imagine that, but from your wrist to your elbow. That happens in this movie, and it was fucking horrendous to look at. Yeah, it was real bad. There was another scene where this little kid bit down and was chewing on a fucking chef knife, and his teeth are fucking cracking out of his head as he's doing it. It's oh my God, it was fucking crazy. It was pretty good. It was an interesting story overall of what grief can do to a person and the motivation that comes from grief and that sort of thing. It did a good job. I thought it was kind of interesting. We also have been watching It, Welcome to Derry, which has been fucking fantastic. It is such a good show. and I am not the biggest fan of the current iteration of Pennywise. I think the Skarsgård portrayal of Pennywise is... I just don't love it. It doesn't strike the same chords for me that Tim Curry's portrayal of Pennywise did. It's so over the top scary, which kind of makes sense for the story of the entity. Like, do you know that story at all? Like It?
No. I know there's a clown in a sewer.
Yes, that is in there.
That's the extent.
Okay, I'm actually surprised you've never seen the Tim Curry version, the made for TV, because it's also not great. It's great because of Tim Curry's performance. There's a lot of stuff around it that leaves a lot to be desired, and the newer movies filled in some of those gaps, but then also went, like, in my opinion, way over the top with some of the other things. But the whole idea behind Pennywise is that Pennywise is just one of the forms that the fear entity takes, that it takes. It's
Title
been
drop.
other... yeah, right? See what it did there? It's been other things in the past. It will be other things theoretically in the future, because it always comes back in all of those things. And there's a lot of interesting lore in the Stephen King novels tying the fear entity to things with The Shining and, like, all the different things that were happening there. It's pretty cool. There's a lot to unpack there, and it could be done better. Like, somebody needs to tell Stephen King, like, he needs an editor to make this work as, like, a cinematic universe that they seem to be going for. Welcome to Derry is doing a good job of, like, kind of massaging some of the rougher edges into an interesting origin story. The show itself is just really well acted. It's really beautifully shot. It's a very good show. But the other thing that we've been focusing on has been Pluribus, and that show is fucking wild, man. Have you watched any of that?
Nope.
No?
It's not even on my radar, really.
So
didn't know it existed before a couple of days ago.
So the whole premise of the show, and it's done by Vince Gilligan, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, two shows that I have not seen, right? So that wasn't the reason that I jumped into this. I just thought it looked pretty cool. There's a message that is received from outer space. And these scientists get to work, as they do, trying to decode this message. And as they decode this message, I don't want to give away, like, too much, right? They decode the message, and what they find basically turns the entirety of the planet, save for 13 people, I think, into a hive mind. The entire fucking planet is a hive mind, except for these 13 people that, for whatever reason, were not affected by this particular thing. And the hive mind is now trying to find out why these people were not effective so that they can assimilate them into the hive mind. But in the interim, they are doing their best to make these people's lives comfortable and content, and to make them as happy as they possibly can. But it's just fucking nuts. Like, as they are going through it, there's a special briefing. The main character, Carol, comes home and she turns on her TV to desperately try and find the news, right? And there's a briefing from the White House where, like, some way down the chain, like, fucking Secretary of Agriculture gets up and starts speaking directly to Carol, right? Like, he is speaking from the White House to her because she's the only one that would be watching it in the United States. The rest of the United States is part of a hive mind. Carol is not. And they're like, if you need to talk to us, Carol, just dial 0. will pick up. And like she picks up her phone and dials 0, and she's talking to a dude at the White House briefing room, like on TV, and they're having a conversation. It's fucking wild. When they call her, the caller ID pops up and says, Carol, it's us. It's like, it's just fucking weird, man. It's really, really good, though. And I am absolutely enthralled with it. And the acting is fucking insanely good. Insanely good. This is going to win all of the awards. And I feel like it should. Right. And I would highly recommend anybody who's looking for an interesting sci-fi type story to check Pluribus out. It is on Apple TV or Evan TV if you have a good friend named Evan.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Yeah.
Pluribus is what it's called?
Pluribus, yeah. It's a weird name. I don't know what the name means yet. In relation to like
eventually
the show. I'm sure it's coming. Like, I'm sure we're going to get that Peter Griffin moment of, he said the thing. But
title drop.
Yeah.
E pluribus unum.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I know what the word pluribus means.
But you just don't know in this context.
I assume I know what it means in this context. It is Latin for from many, right? So it's e pluribus unum. Out of many, one. Like, that's on the back of our coins. Like, I feel like we all know that. This feels like a smarter show to where he didn't just go, ooh, it's cool and it's Latin, so let's name it that. Like, I feel like there's more coming. But really, really good. And the actress who is playing Carol is fucking crushing it. She's so good. Rhea Seehorn is her name. Out fucking standing.
Well, I'll put it in the rotation, see if it comes up.
This is one of the ones, like, I can understand how people don't like Severance. I think Severance is fucking insanely brilliant, and wish everybody loved it as much as I do. I understand with Severance why that might not be for everybody. This one I really think is just so super interesting and so well acted. I don't think it has a lot of the weirdness barriers that Severance has. Like, this is just kind of a straight sci-fi kind of thing so far, right? I haven't finished it, obviously, so I can't speak to that. But this, I don't think, has as many stumbling blocks for getting into it as something like Severance.
Yeah. Severance was very interesting. I'd like to watch more of it, but
I fucking love it.
We only have so much time.
Yeah.
We did watch Stranger Things. We watched those first 4 episodes. I think they were very good. And then
I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm very curious where this is going. The last episode made me very happy. So yeah, that was really cool. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
Right.
But I very much enjoyed it. We started watching the current season of The Morning Show. I don't know if you've watched The Morning Show. It's a very interesting show.
I think I would love it. Yeah. I've never seen it.
It's been a little while since season 3, I think. Or it's been a hot minute since the last season, and Karen and I were both very lost for we watched a recap afterwards that kind of filled in a lot of the blanks. But, boy, we really should have watched something beforehand. We were just kind of assuming there was going to be some sort of previously on the morning show thing, and there was not. So we just kind of went in like, that guy looks kind of familiar. Why is this person here? Why don't they talk anymore? Do we know this person? Did we know that those two were sleeping? I don't know. Huh. But, it all makes sense now. So I'm looking forward to watching more of that as time goes on. But yeah, good show. Stranger Things was pretty much the main entertainment thing. I continued my Dadish marathon. I've gotten through all the Dadishes. I got through most of Dadish 3D. I don't really see myself playing that one through to 100% conclusion because, it gets kind of rough towards the end. It's less fun, I think. Playing the boss battles is a good time. I I got through probably want to say like half of it, and it was like, yeah, all right, I feel pretty good. I've been playing a decent. I haven't been playing many games. I played a little bit of Ninja Gaiden 2 real quick when it dropped on the NSO. I've been playing a bit more Battletoads. I want to say I'm more than halfway through it now. That rewind feature in Battletoads it changes the game. You know, it's just the best. I'm playing through it, like we're getting on the Karnth layer, the snake stage, and John's watching me play this. Like, how could you ever get through this? I'm like, man, I don't know. We used to have a lot of time when we were kids. We'd just do it over and over again until you memorize the patterns and finally figure it out. Like that's just the way it went.
I did a bunch of years ago. I did it like we were just built different back then, Chris.
We were just built different. It's just the way it was. But yeah, I guess the big story is Metroid Prime 4. I went out and bought. I had to go out to Target to get the roasted peanut M&Ms because it was the only regularly available flavor that I was missing for the M&Ms mix this year.
Right.
Except it's only available at Target. So I had to make my way out to Target to get it. So when I was out at Target, I also stopped over at Best Buy because I was looking for one of those little download cards for Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 because that's one of the things John wants for Christmas. And I couldn't find one for Deltarune. So I did just buy John Kirby Air Riders. Obviously, he's not going to play it till Christmas because he doesn't know we have it. But I picked that up for him, and because I'm weak, I picked up Prime 4. And the opening sequence, that was that demo they showed off earlier in the year, where you fight that first boss creature that gets all Metroid infected and whatnot, really freaking good. It's very pretty. It took me a minute to get used to the controls because some of the buttons are a bit different than Prime Remastered were. I also feel like you don't shoot quite as quickly, but once I got used to it, I did try using the mouse controls earlier today, and they're going to require some finagling on my part if I'm ever going to use them, and I'm probably just not going to. But holy shit, it is exactly what it looks like. It is instantaneous. You put that Joy-Con down and you're in mouse mode. As soon as you pick it up, you're right back to normal.
That's awesome.
Wild. They work extremely well. It's just not really for me. I like the dual analog control. That's good enough for me. So one of the things that I really like about Prime 4 so far, once you get to Planet Viros, and this is one of the things that I'm compare this directly to Prime 3, but really any of the Prime games, is I have encountered, because obviously I'm scanning everything, I have encountered so many more living creatures that are not out to get me than I have in previous Metroid games. There's so much wildlife that is not just like, because in the previous games, 99 out of 100 things are there to kill you.
Yeah, it was being in Australia.
Yeah. I was walking somewhere and John was like, oh, scan that thing. I was like, oh, that's just the thing that I attacked before. He's like, no, I think that's different. And so I scanned it and it was. It's this little like worm thing that comes out of the ground, but only when you're not near it. And as soon as you get near it, it sucks itself back into the ground, but it's a living creature. It's like this little worm thing. Yeah. It doesn't attack you. It has no interest in you. It's just, it gets scared when you get near and it hides under the ground. That's it. That's the whole thing. There's these interesting like flower creatures that also like, they'll bunch up when you get close to them and they'll open up when they go away. They don't launch anything. There's a version of them that do launch these spore things, but these ones are just there. There are various birds that just fly around. You can scan them. They're just wildlife. They're just there. There's a lot more non-aggressive life in this world than there's ever been in a Metroid game, which is really, really cool to me. The first segment with all the Federation fighting off, Silex shows up and accidentally shoots that weird artifact that transports everyone to Viros when you lose all your items. Viros is really weird looking. It's a very unique visual style. I just got to the green, what's Fury Green is the first real open area. I just met that character that everybody hates with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns. He's fine. He's a little annoying, but he's fine. It's like, oh, he's all quippy and constantly joking like Marvel movies, which is the fucking worst thing that's ever happened in the history of mankind. Marvel's the worst. Quips
we
are
hate them, obviously.
Fuck all the way off, please. Like, I think it's handled really well because this guy is clearly a nerd and he's really interested in the science that he's a part of. And he's kind of enamored with Samus because who the fuck wouldn't be?
Right.
And
she's
Samus
the most famous bounty hunt, like, and
like,
she's
you
just
meet
neat
him,
looking.
And then these awesome monsters come out and try to kill you, and you kill all of them because the dude drops his gun, and then like he gives you this big old thank you, and Samus just stares at him. She doesn't say a fucking word. She just stares at him. And then he goes to try to open up this door. He's like, I can open up this door. We got to get into the back. I got something cool for you. You're going to be real happy about it. I'm going to open up this door. So he starts trying to pull the door open, and it's not opening. And it gives you control again, and you can just shoot the bracket and blast it and open up the door. And again, he's like kind of really taken aback by this. And you're just like, But then you go inside, and it's the missiles. You finally get the missiles back. I was very happy to get missiles back. So he's right. He did have a present for me that I really wanted. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is more Metroid Prime. It's not reinventing the wheel.
Right.
I'm very curious about what these really high highs that everyone's talking about are, because I've been told that the beginning of the game is kind of slow. I mean, the intro sequence is definitely not slow. The intro sequence is very cool. It's extremely well done. It's very action packed. I don't know if I like it better or worse than Prime 3's. Because Prime 3's intro sequence is really fucking good. That's the one where Ridley attacks, and you wind up like in the morph ball areas where Ridley's like he clamps the tube on both sides, and then you do the whole fight falling down a giant like chasm, shooting Ridley in the mouth and stuff. Like,
a very
so
cool
good.
set piece. Yeah.
Very cool set piece. This is also really cool. I do wish you actually got to fight Sylux a little bit. I don't really know where he went, because he shoots this artifact, and then everybody gets sucked into where the game goes in Vuros. I did get the psychic abilities. The psychic abilities seem to replace your scan visor. So like when you psychically scan things, which was really interesting, because you get to Vuros and you try scanning everything, and your computer's just like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know what that shit is.
This is uncharted territory. This is made of an unknown substance. I don't know what these robots are. No, there's no information on anything. So you can scan all this stuff, and your computer system's just like, beats the shit out of me. This is all new. There's no record of any of it. But then you get the psychic abilities, and now you can scan things psychically, so you get all kinds of information, because it's not just your computer scanning things and checking against the internet. It's psychic scanning. It's really interesting. And the puzzles that you're doing with like, you see some of this in the trailer where like you'll see a rune and you have to like trace the rune with your psychic powers, or these like psychic orbs of energy that you can like pull from one thing and then throw into another thing that opens up a lock on a door.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
The dumbest thing in the trailer where they're like, use your psychic abilities to make platforms thing and open doors. And it was like, well, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But like, now that I've played the game, like, well, actually opening doors with your psychic powers is pretty fucking cool. So it was a bad thing to say in the trailer, but I get why they did, because it actually is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, so far so good. It's really good looking. It's beautiful. You can tell that the bones of it are still a Switch 1 game, and in fact, apparently it runs very, very well on Switch 1. It's way better on Switch 2, but it's still great on Switch 1. But it is still, there are some just breathtaking moments in this. It's like, holy crap, the art direction is so good here. I'm very impressed so far. Again, I'm not as far as I want to be, but the little bit that I have played of it has been very, very impressive. Looking forward to spending a little more time with it this weekend. I've got my friend Paul's coming out, and he's trying to get a couple of our friends together to play more of that stupid fucking Karate Kid game. I really want to play Marvel. Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
Yeah.
But I was talking to Paul earlier. It's like, I wanted to get that for his kid for Christmas, but the physical version's what, March? You said, I think
March. Yeah.
Yeah. How does this? I don't want to buy that game digitally. I want to buy the thing. Mike Sheridan has been playing it. He said it's fantastic.
There was an interesting conversation in our Discord about the physical and whatnot, and Rumblemans came up with a pretty cool suggestion and whatnot. And it's much too long to get into now, but the industry, I think, I really hope they figure out some sort of compromise here. You know?
It could be better.
And just like, one of the weird things
could be better.
It could be better. One of the weird things about it is like I feel a certain amount of, as ridiculous as this might sound, I feel a certain amount of journalistic integrity to wanting to play that before March, because we do an award show. Not that anybody takes it as seriously as we do, but I still take it seriously. Mm-hmm. You know? And does it count next year? Because
I think it does.
But it came out this year. You know,
it digitally came out this year.
Yeah. Like, but I don't. I hate even thinking about that conversation.
I'm 100% with you.
You know,
I don't. It should be part of the conversation for this year, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not going to be for me. So yeah.
I'm not going to be able to play it. I shouldn't have spent the money on Prime 4, but I wanted to do some retail therapy, and I have a real hard time not buying things to say Metroid on them.
I get that.
Just is what it is.
Yeah.
Because if it was anything else, then it wouldn't be what it is.
Then it wouldn't be there. It'd be somewhere else.
That's an interesting sentence.
Something else. Yes.
Holy crab cakes! I'm tired.
All right, fuck it. We've given them enough entertainment this week, Kris.
Well, with that is our show. Join us next time for Trivia Time. That's right. It's the return of Trivia Time. Will I get the questions written in time? Can the show handle this much Matt? Because it's going to be some hot Matt on Dan action. I have started working
I'm going to change my name to Matt next week. Yeah, I'm going to be Matt Ryan.
There you go.
That's right.
I have started working on the questions. It's been a week. I'm doing my best. We're going to make it happen.
I have no doubt that you will deliver your spectacular quiz episode as you always do.
I do my best. It's been way too long since we've done a trivia time, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Life be lifing.
Life be lifing. All over the floor.
All over the floor. Just raw dogging it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're on most social media platforms, and if you want to get in touch with us, we aren't very difficult to find. All it takes is a quick look at our show notes, and you'll see links to our social media accounts, as well as all manner of other fun stuff like a link to our namesake, StoneAgeGamer.com, and more useful links than you can shake a joystick at. If you'd like to get early access to this show's episodes, as well as a bevy of other shows in the Geekade Podcast Network, check out our Patreon, also linked in the show notes. It helps keep this show running week after week, and all our patrons are loved and appreciated. This show's theme song, Squared Roots, was written by Banjo Guy Ollie. You can learn all about his wonderful music and more by following the link to his YouTube channel, also in the show notes. And finally, as always, we'd like to thank our intrepid editor, Evan, for making this show listenable for all you folks. We'd like to thank all you folks for listening in the first place. That's it. On behalf of Dan and myself, keep playing games.